it says it's live, and I go on my Twitch right now, and okay, it doesn't say the right title. That's weird. Okay, it says the
You want me to
yeah, you said
link a stream in the server we're in for all this?
yeah, you can.
Okay.
Dang it, I do this every time. It's a good thing that I'm posting this on YouTube.
Yeah, let me just edit this part out. It's the power of editing.
I mean, it's like it's the title. So
Uh,
I'm not too worried about it cuz I don't know if I can I don't think I could change it on Twitch, like not even when I finish streaming.
you might be able to,
Okay, well,
but I don't. But I don't know because I've never streamed on Twitch before.
yeah, I'm trying to get into stream Twitch cuz it's kind of a mainstream thing now, and it last couple of
Okay.
times I did it, it was pretty fun. I just streamed Splatoon.
I'm gonna get into streaming eventually.
Yeah.
I just have to. Yeah, I need to. I think I need to get like webcams. I'm gonna do that eventually too.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like usually like the main things right now is like VTubing or like tune tubing, which is something that I thought
Yeah,
about doing because I draw a lot. I was like, I can make a VTuber for myself. But I'm like, if I do, I probably would do it like once or twice,
yeah.
depending on how things go for me there. And you ready for the tier list?
Hmm.
All right. So all right, let me do like a little intro to everything. So what's going on YouTube? I got my friend Mage, aka Keith, and you guys already know who I
So
am. And he just said sup. I just accidentally talked over him. Yeah,
no, that's fine.
I'm a terrible friend. But anyway, we're gonna do a tier list of every single weapon in the game. Now, this is all the way up to fresh season, so this has every single weapon that's currently in the game. Um, if you're watching this during sizzle season, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, you forgot this weapon, the splatter, the new splatter shot bullshit or whatever. You forgot to put this weapon in the tier list. I'm like, okay, well,
Bro,
now
this
you have
weapon is
no,
actually better now because of this buff. No, doesn't count right now.
no, it doesn't. So that's on you. That's your the only disclaimer in the video. Only one.
All right, first things first, let's get straight to business. Put Splash-O-Matic all the way up there in S tier.
Hold
We're
on,
not,
hold on,
we're not, we're not wasting any time with that one. Put Splash-O-Matic in S
hold
tier right now.
hold on, dude. We're doing this like in order of what it says down here. Okay, what? Okay, you know what? Fine. I like the weapon too.
Hey, when you do a tier list for Splatoon 3, you immediately put Splash-O-Matic all the way up there.
Okay, well, if we're doing that, then I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Wait, where is it?
Slosher machine.
Where's the splatter shot?
The vanilla or the T-Tech?
The T Tech. Where is it? Oh, here it
It's on
is.
the fifth row, I
If we're
think.
doing that, then this weapon has to be not D tier.
I say it's like a solid A tier weapon.
S. It's my main. Okay.
No, A.
A.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
it's a good middle.
T-Tech with T-Tech, it's like it's pretty. It's a pretty good support weapon,
Yeah.
but it can also play as a slayer because
Oh yeah,
the it
cuz
has splat bomb is pretty much the perfect sub weapon for a splatter shot,
yeah,
and
I use splash
with
bomb a lot. A lot. Everyone hates me when I play that game. Any match.
and triple link strike is in a pretty decent spot right now in terms of
Yeah.
like the special tier list. So it's a splatter shot. It's like a pretty good round, all rounder weapon, you know.
Yeah. So like I said this like it's my main and like it's a very like it's like a very vanilla like an upgraded vanilla weapon and like if you're just like starting if you're just like starting to now play Splatoon, then most people wouldn't think this weapon is good because it's one of the most basic weapons, but it's a monster. The kit's amazing and like you can like shoot from a good distance and still get kills like very easily.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's A. I mean should have been this, but all right.
it's just
So let's do the normal rapid blaster. So I have a lot of fun with this weapon. I think it should be. I think it's like one of the best blasters to use. It's. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Rapid
It's.
Blaster has always been pretty. It's always been really good in the meta. It does a lot better than like all the other blasters.
Oh yeah.
But in this game, I would say it's like around a C, maybe B, because the only
C.
thing it really has, the only thing it has going for it right now is triple link strike, which is again one of the is a special that's in a pretty solid place right now.
Do you remember
But
the? Do you remember the kit for the red one? The because I never played the normal one. I played the Deco one, and I know the kit
the
for
one that
this.
you're holding right now,
Yeah, you know the kit for this.
yeah, the
Yeah.
sub is Ink Mine and the specialist triple link strike.
Okay, I don't like ink mines that much, but I do love triple link strikes. So yeah, I'd say that's a B.
Yeah,
Yep, B tier it is. And then
Rapid Deco, you can put that in like around maybe C or D.
C or D.
Yeah,
Why?
because well, I don't remember the kit. I have to open the game real quick, but I know for a fact
Yeah.
that it has Inkvac, and right now Inkvac is probably
Oh.
the worst game.
Oh yeah, Inkvac. No, no. I think that's yeah. That has to be one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, plus it's really not that good at fighting.
Yeah.
And
Like
it
wait. Like when's the last time you ever seen this weapon used ever
I'm gonna
in
be
any
real,
mode?
probably like in October, probably in like
October.
October.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so it has Toxic Mist Inkvac, and Toxic Mist isn't
That
really
doesn't
a
really
good
help its
special right
case.
now.
No.
But like the most that you can really do is maybe just like this seems like most. It's probably more like a support weapon, really.
Yeah.
With well, Inkvac definitely, but the Toxic Mist you can slow your opponents. It's pretty good in rain. It might be a good in Rainmaker, but that's probably about it.
I put it at D. Just
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
yeah,
That's a
D
good
tier.
placement.
Speaking of D speaking of speaking of D tier.
Flash Blaster, straight down there. Garbage weapon. Weapon
Oh
is
yeah,
horrible.
okay. We have to explain ourselves cuz
I
you
would say
first. You first.
Clash Blaster, horrible weapon.
Oh yeah.
It has its paint speed. Its paint is terrible.
Its kill
Like
time is
the kill time
horrendous.
is horrible.
Yes.
It's with a you're mostly gonna get kills
Oh yeah.
with doing indirects. You know, that's the scrub killer method. And that's a 4-shot kill, which it doesn't really have very good frame data. That's number one. Number two, the its kill time is either between two hits to 4 hits, and that's really bad in a game like this fast paced. The only thing that this thing has going for it is Splat Bomb Trizuka. That's probably one of the best kits a weapon could ever have, but it's been
Yeah,
wasted on it's on Clash Blaster, which this is definitely the best kit that Clash Blaster has ever got. But it's no, it's so bad.
dude, you can write an entire video essay about how bad the Clash Blaster is.
Dude, this thing sucks. It's so bad.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Plus the
so
jump spread. Plus it's a blaster, so it has jump spread, and that's really bad. Also, the paint is really bad. Like
oh yeah,
I'm not
it is really
sitting
bad.
here just painting. Oh my god, this weapon is so bad. But I'll say, in the hands of a really good Clash Blaster player, this weapon could be like up to like a B maybe. But you're never gonna see that because this weapon is dog water. But also, I just want to say a weapon worse than Clash Blaster. Scroll down.
Yeah,
A
what's
weapon
worse?
worse than Clash Blaster. Clash Blaster Neo.
Oh
So
yeah,
imagine
Super Chump. No, oh my god,
Super
no.
Chump. Number
Yeah,
one.
Super Chump is
Number
gonna
one.
make this thing way worse.
Super Chump. Super Chump is a pretty good special. But everything that I just mentioned with Vanilla Clash Blaster applies to this. Plus, one thing I forgot to mention is the mobility. It has a curling bomb, but
Wait,
it's curling bomb. It's not that good of a special, not that good of a sub. Plus, well, it has super chump, so at least it doesn't have missiles. But this thing
yeah,
paints so poorly that it can't even play for a super chump.
right, yeah. It's
And it
literally
still
just
has the same weaknesses.
it's a
Yeah,
Flash Blaster with just the worst kit.
yeah, pretty much. That's literally it.
Yeah, and we're gonna go to the next one because I think you said enough about that damn weapon. Freaking go
It's
off.
garbage.
All right, so I will say,
Uh,
range blaster. Okay, I want to know your opinion about this,
Range blaster.
and I'll say mine.
Uh, it's 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 an all right weapon right now. The kit is pretty good. Wave breaker suction bomb, pretty good kit. But with range blaster, it has its flaws. It's like it has really bad. It has really bad object damage. So
Yeah,
you can't play this in Rainmaker. Plus the jump spread that it has is like I'm pretty sure it's like one of the worst in the game. Only second to like 96 maybe.
oh
So
yeah,
you're gonna have to run intensify action. So it's a gear dependent weapon. Plus,
yeah, yeah. It is.
its paint is really bad. So if you want to build like a team comp around it, you're gonna have to have painters. And the only like really good thing about this weapon is probably tower control. But
Yeah, this thing is a monster in tower control.
yeah, like put in wave breaker on the tower. Not only do you have to worry about a jet, like with wave breaker, you have to worry about like you have to worry about having to move like the displacement thing, but putting it on the tower. Imagine having a hazard that's also constantly moving.
Yeah, oh yes.
Also, I think it's the player Pro Chara. I think he says it's like
Yeah, that's
it's pretty good
one of
in
his mains.
flounder zones. Yeah, it's I think he says it's like a good weapon in flounder heights of for zones. And yeah,
Don't ever say those two words again, and
flounder heights and zones. Yeah,
especially
it's
don't
not
say
that
flounder
bad, dude.
heights and then mention splat zones. I will kill you.
Oh, flounder zones is actually kind of good, unless you're playing with a big swing roller, and that's just cheese. But it's not that bad, dude. Come on.
Yeah, but for this weapon, so like my opinion, I'm not gonna be as detailed as he was because I'm not an expert like him. But I will say that even though this weapon is very slow, it's like it's very satisfying to play. Like
True, it is.
yeah, because like what I like to do is like the best way to play this weapon is like popping out of the ink and then like like surprising enemies, and then like
Sharking.
boom, they're gone
Yeah,
just like that. So
like
yeah, I would
sharking. Yeah,
yeah. Sharking is so much fun, and like this is like one of the best weapons to practice it with. So I at least say it's an A or B.
yeah.
Do you?
Regular blaster.
Wait, I didn't
Uh,
wait. I didn't put this on yet. So should it
okay.
be an A or B? I'd
Probably
say
like a B. It has some pretty. It has high highs, but low lows. So I would say
yeah,
like B.
yeah. I'd say B. Let's hope Pro Chara isn't watching this. All right, so
I'm sure he'll agree.
dude, I'm sorry. All right, all right. Regular blah 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 blaster.
I would say it has like the same weaknesses as a range,
Well
but
then,
it has a
actually,
bubble. But there's better bubble weapons in the game, so you're really
yeah,
gonna like Junior, like Splash Shot Junior. That's probably the best bubble weapon right now. But
yeah,
bubble isn't really in a good spot right now. So I would have to say like put in like C because it's not as good
yeah.
as range
Yeah, I'd say
because it
it's
has
like a
yeah
like a
same
slightly
weaknesses.
worse version of the range blaster.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Luna Blaster.
Yep.
I would have to say it's like a C tier weapon. It's
Yeah.
not very good. It
It really
has
isn't.
I think Splat Bomb
Yeah.
Zipcaster.
I know it has
It's
splat.
Splat Bomb is really good, but
Zipcaster is
I don't
it's
think
hard to use kind of.
Zipcaster just doesn't work with a blaster because you're always in the air, so your shots are gonna deviate. You're not gonna like hit those directs, you know.
Yeah. It's
Plus,
like
it's an ink hungry weapon. It doesn't paint.
I think the Luna Blaster was a really good weapon in previous games, but here
Yeah,
like it gets outclassed by the range
pretty much every
blaster
blaster.
and a whole bunch of other good weapons.
Pretty much every blaster except for like Rapid Pro and Clash.
Yeah. All right. So next weapon we have is the ink brush, and I'm pretty sure I
Ink Brush is like an A tier weapon, maybe,
yeah I'd say A
because
tier. I
it's
know.
really good at it's really good at like going behind the opponent,
Oh
distracting
yeah.
them. It has some pretty good damage per second.
Oh yeah. Not to
Plus,
mention this is the number one clan blitz weapon.
yes, I
Yeah.
mean at least like if you want to talk about clan blitz, if you're gonna like roll with a power clan behind the enemy then throw it, like that's a strat that stops working around like S plus and definitely doesn't work in X battles. But
Yeah. Because
this weapon,
I'm not at
how are you saying?
sorry. Um I'm not at S yet, so I would see ink brushes a whole lot of time playing when I'm playing a clan blitz, and it's super annoying. Because I
Yeah,
already know it's a good weapon. And then it has Killer Whale and Splat Bomb. Killer Whale
yeah,
is actually pretty
that's
good.
now this weapon has pretty good hit synergy. Like the bomb to poke to deal with like longer range weapons because it's a pretty
Oh
short range
yeah.
weapon. And you can activate whale and then roll behind with them. So like it's really good at just getting behind the opponent and being annoying.
Yeah. I'd say it's deserving of A tier. Definitely not
Yes,
S.
definitely.
Because another thing is I can imagine all the people that made this weapon they don't have a pointing finger anymore because it's fucking broken.
Okay, next is Octobrush.
I'd say it's
I'll be real. I don't have much to say about Octobrush because I don't really use it,
I mean
but it has its niche and like you're gonna hate this Flounder Heights because
get off my
uh
Discord right now.
but with a range blaster, it's really good. It's Zipcaster. It's probably the second best Zipcaster weapon, but it's really good if you want to get kills with the main weapon. And it's good on Flounder Heights because you can go on to the high ground and just like rain ink on your opponent.
Oh yeah.
It,
Yeah, that's like
plus, it has a pretty good kill time.
Yeah, it's like this weapon's pretty good at that. Like if you're like on a ledge and then like if your opponent is trying to like trying to get you, like trying to kill you while you're on that ledge, you could just like, use the octo brush and then like just send like powerful like waves of ink and then like kill dudes with it.
Yeah. GoTuber, garbage weapon.
Wait, hold on.
Garbage weapon.
Wait. Is this A or B
Oh,
tier weapon?
like a
I'd say
B. Like a B.
yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say ink brush is better. But I mean, this one's also a pretty good weapon, but it's just a little harder to use. And then what were you saying about
Yeah.
GoTuber?
A garbage weapon. Put it in B.
Why?
Terrible weapon.
Why?
Uh, GoTuber as a main weapon is pretty weak. Its main mechanic is not very helpful. The charge time is really slow,
Yeah,
but
it's slow.
the only thing that's really that this weapon has going for it is its tap shots go really far,
Yes,
and and those tap shots do a lot of range.
yeah,
Plus,
it does.
also it has Tenta missiles, which yeah,
Oh boy.
we don't have to say why Tenta missiles is
Oh
annoying,
boy. And then
but at least it's not getting much play because it's GoTuber, and it
yeah,
has torpedo.
it also
Torpedo
has
is a good,
if you know how to use torpedo right, it's really good.
yeah,
It's
but
like
that's really not it.
yeah, it's like a bomb. Like it works really well when like your other opponents are like distracted with other things, so like they won't see it
Yeah,
coming, and then like they'll like get hit by the bomb, and then they'll hit again with all the other mini bombs that come out of it.
yeah.
So yeah, I would
It's
say
a support weapon, but
it
you're not
is
a good
very much a
support.
support weapon. I mean, like I have been trying to get good at this weapon as of recently, and by recently I mean yesterday. And I mean, I had fun with the weapon until I didn't. So I think, as much as I don't want to put it at D tier, I'm just gonna have to.
You don't have to feel bad about putting it in D2. It deserves D2. But
My heart.
bamboozler, bamboozler.
Wait. Can I say something real
Beside,
quick? Can I say something real quick
so
about this weapon?
what's up?
That okay? So this happened to me today while I was playing Splatoon. I had I don't know, this one guy. I always thought this weapon was bad because like it just seemed pretty weak. But then like today, I just saw this one guy that like I got repeatedly splatted by, and he was using this weapon, and I was wondering how the hell is this guy so good at this weapon? And then like it's
It's
like
I don't really know how to feel about bamboo
I
because I
think
don't
it's
really
oh
play it or see it much.
yeah
But I would say like B is a good placement for it because it has killer whale auto bomb. That's not that bad. It has a fast kill time. As long as you hit your shots at least,
yeah
like
it
like
does
a
take
full
like
charge combos with a tap shot, and it
it
doesn't. It's
has
also pretty inefficient.
yeah it does have pretty good tap shots. I mean, GooTuber is better at that, but like judging by that match I had with this with the bamboozler player, that was annoying me. um the tap shots are freaking good, and like this weapon is this weapon is
Also,
pretty annoying. It's very annoying.
yeah. Also, killer whale. Also, killer whale is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
It
pretty
has
good.
it's pretty good synergy with the main weapon, so you
Oh
can just
yeah,
like damage them for free, and then you just get like a full charge, like a half charge.
I'm sure if I get better with that weapon, I'll look back on this video and say, why did I say all that?
Also, it doesn't have damage up from main power up anymore, so that's definitely hurting its usage.
All right.
Like C tier is pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh,
What do you think about the
E
E
leader.
leader?
Oh, put that thing in A. This thing is a just
Oh yes.
this the sculpted version is definitely better because like more range never hurts.
Yeah,
But
I would say. Actually, no, I wouldn't say the scope. I actually like the normal one because you can actually hold your ink with this one, unlike the scope.
yeah, but like the scope is it's better at controlling space because you have so much more range like with the scope.
Yeah,
But
I will say
this
like
thing,
this weapon is a absolute threat at most anarchy battles,
yes, and
especially the
in
charger.
competitive it's even worse. But I just want to say one thing. If
Yes.
you main E leader and you run respawn Punisher, you absolutely hate fun. And I think you should return your copy of the game.
You hear that? Is
I'm just speaking
I
facts.
hope y'all have the receipt.
I'm just speaking facts.
Okay, I think
But
I'm gonna
however,
put.
that is not going to stop me personally. That is not going to stop me from running respawn Punisher.
Yeah,
And
just
whenever I do play this,
yeah, because this weapon is super scary, and I would say, the scope. I mean, they both have the same kit. They're both like they're basically the same weapon, just one of them just with just a little longer range.
Splat Charger,
Yeah,
it has ink vac, and Splat Bomb doesn't do much for it. Besides,
I
like,
don't like the kit for
like
this
a
weapon at all.
ink vac is not desirable at all.
Yeah,
And
Inkvac is not good with the charger.
Splat Bomb is the most you can use with Splat Bomb is like going yeah at your feet if you're getting rushed. Just
Yeah,
like make them respect you, but that can only do so much because you know you're getting rushed. But I say like a solid C maybe.
I'd say I actually say B because not C like the kit really brings it down, and then
Yeah,
I'd say put the splatter scope. It's the same kit that it's literally the same thing I said with the E leader. So yeah,
Squiffer,
Squiffer.
point
Oh
sensor
my god.
bubbler.
Okay, yeah, the kit
Um,
is. I think this is the kit with the charger with the worst kit.
I don't
It
know about that.
this
Um, no, this is not. The worst charger
it's not
is
the worst.
definitely.
It's actually
It's no Squiffer is not the worst charger at all. No, I'm saying like the charger with the worst kit is definitely Snipe Rider. But Squiffer, it's I would say maybe like a C, maybe B. It's you don't really see it a
yeah.
lot, but
I say B because I really do like the weapon, but like the kit's not good. Point sensor and bubbler is not a very good combination. And then like I think you have to get like really good at the weapon, like to be able to use it and like competitive and all that stuff. But honestly, I'm a big fan of the weapon, so it doesn't
oh, we got
deserve a
some
C or
bias
D.
here. We got some bias here. That's crazy.
Yes, yes, I'm the bias. What's up? Pull up right now.
um, uh, next up, dually scorchers. This weapons, it has its niche. Uh, how would I say this weapon?
I will say the inconsum
Oh,
the ink
the ink efficiency,
consumption
the ink
is not
efficiency
good.
is really bad. It's not good at all.
Yeah,
Like Splat Bomb is not a sub that works with this weapon. If
yeah,
you throw a Splat Bomb, you get two rolls before you run out of ink. But the one thing, like if we're putting bias in this way, if we're putting bias here, this weapon is really fun. But
yeah. This weapon is
there's
very
also
good.
Wave Breaker. It's it's good at its displacement job
Yeah,
with Splat Bomb, Wave Breaker is good displacement, but I think it could have a better kit.
yeah. I
Also,
think it
it
could.
has a it has a very high scale ceiling with the jump tech that it has. Uh, it's pretty much you roll and then you immediately jump. And
Oh
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
like
yeah.
when you
Oh
roll,
yeah,
have like perfect accuracy. So if
that's
you
really
jump
good.
for a second, you keep that perfect accuracy. Like when you jump.
Yeah, and then like if you're like doing like straight shots with the weapon, like if you like dodge roll, so like you get to shoot the like shoot your ink straight out. It's really broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd
Um,
say,
like a solid
and
B.
yeah, it's a B tier. And then
All right. Gluga
these weapons,
Dualies. Gluga Dualies, I'll be real, not that good. They're not that good.
yeah, I want to
Um,
say one thing. I'm gonna like say like a little thing that I found from a clip um from this one streamer. So like she had a clip where like one of her friends was telling her about how this weapon are based off glue guns, and then she just had a
yes.
massive epiphany, and then I had a
Yes.
massive epiphany because I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
They were based off
Also,
glue
fun fact.
guns.
Also, fun fact. The reason that their dodge roll does 52.5 damage is because hot glue guns they go up to 525 degrees Kelvin.
Ooh,
And since these are glue guns, yeah.
yeah, attention to detail, Nintendo. We appreciate it. But
Yeah, if only they put that much attention to detail in their online system.
they're not gonna do that.
But,
They're too privileged
of
to do
course not.
that.
Of course not.
Yeah,
But
and
Global Dually, so we didn't talk much about it.
it,
Besides like its aesthetics. Glugadoolies, they are not that good right now.
they're not really that
Apparently
good.
a lot of Glugadoodly players are saying that they somehow feel different compared to two,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't play them enough to notice a difference. But its kit splash wall
yeah,
is it has some synergy.
yeah. I
Like
don't.
you can throw a splash wall and dodge roll, and you'll be like in the perfect distance to cover yourself.
Yeah,
Also,
Booyah
also
Bomb.
a booyah bomb.
Booyah Bomb
This
is
kit
really, really good in my
is
opinion.
pretty good. This kit is like it's the same as Kensa 52 Gal, and you know the absolute demon that was in Splatoon 2. So that's probably as good as it. That's probably as much as it has going for it. But
Yeah, it's not really good. Like I don't see it much when I'm playing Anarchy, so I'd say it's a C tier.
yeah,
And another thing I would say is that we talked about Chase before, and he did a stream where he was trying to get back into these weapons, and I guess he had a hard time doing that because they weren't that good compared to Splatoon 2. And yeah, I don't know if like his heart changed after that. I'm assuming that I don't really know. I haven't watched the entire stream.
also, Glugadoolies, the ink efficiency is not that great. So it's a bit gear dependent on ink saver main.
Yeah.
So or ink recovery up pretty much. You'll need one of the two.
All right. So that's a C tier for that. And we also
Black
have
Dualies,
the Splat Dualies. I'd say it's
very good weapon.
this weapon is
Good
actually
weapon.
really good.
It has a crab tank, which
Crab tank, yes. Crab
you will
tank.
always want crab tank.
Everyone loves crab
This
tank.
Splat Dualies compared to like Splash-O-Matic. If you want like you can run one splash, one dualies, and the dualies are like a more aggressive option for crafting,
Oh
with
yeah.
splash being more of a I don't know how to describe it. It's like a paint control, like a control air, like a controls role, but with Splat Dualies, Crab Tank very strong.
Yeah, crab tank.
Splat Dualies, they're just I think the only bad thing about this kit is maybe suction bomb.
Yeah,
Like burst bomb and curling bomb would definitely be a lot better.
yeah. I'd say like suction bomb is a big, like pretty much on like most weapons. Like suction bomb is a pretty big gamble to use. Like
Yeah,
yeah, but like the kit for this weapon is really good, and when a lot of people use the dualies, these dualies specifically, they usually only use it for like crab tank, or like they
yeah,
mainly use it just for just for the crab tank, and I don't blame them. And then also for the dualies, like these weapons are just like pretty good on its own, without like without like the kit involved. So like
yeah.
it has very good invasiveness, and like you can easily like travel with the dodge rolls, and then like you
They're
know
pretty ink efficient too, so you don't have to worry about running out of ink unless you're like throwing bombs.
yeah. So yeah, I'd say this weapon is deserving of. We haven't put anything in
Yeah,
S
A
tier.
tier,
I don't think this is like an S tier weapon. I think it's A
definitely like
tier.
a A.
Yeah. All right. So, oh boy.
Dapple dualies, put those in. They're at least C. The Dapple dualies keep getting shafted over and over and over again. Like Dapple dualies are some of the. Why are they putting a support kit on an aggressive Slayer weapon? It doesn't make any sense.
Wait,
Like
what's
this
the
thing,
wait, what's the Oh yeah, it's I forgot the
Beacon
special, but
Tactical,
I know it's
Squid Beacon Tactical.
yeah, Squid Beak and Tactic. That is a support kit.
Yeah,
Why?
like I don't
It's
know
not
why they're
OP.
making it's it's for no reason. And this thing needs a bomb, it needs either like a splat bomb or a fizzy bomb to help it out.
Fizzy
Because
bomb would
right
be
now,
really good on this weapon.
the only thing that Dapple Vanilla Dapple Dualies has a niche in is probably Rainmaker because it has really high DPS plus tacticaler to help boost the Rainmaker speed.
Oh yeah.
But by the way, this thing sucks. They're not good weapons.
Yeah.
Like not a D, like a low C, definitely like a low
Low C.
C.
Low C.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, low C. Um, I actually really love
Tetra
these weapons.
very good weapon. These are
Yeah.
one of my main weapons. Very good weapon.
Oh
You
yes.
are like it's quick respawn feed.
Yeah.
Like the only thing about this weapon that's bad is that it has reef slider. That's the only bad thing. But this weapon
Yeah.
is very aggressive.
It's
It's like you
a
can easily get
very
behind.
very nasty weapon.
Yeah, like getting behind the opponent, distracting them, like allowing your team to push in.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then the fact you could do full
Reef
dodge rolls
Slider
with this
just
weapon.
got buffs. Yes, Reef Slider did get buffed, but that's making it like that gives it more like paint support. Plus, it has really high object damage,
Yeah,
so
it's
that's a plus.
I do really like the reef slider, but it does need like a more helpful buff. But other than that, I think this weapon is deserving of an A tier. What you think?
Yes, A tier is like a really good spot.
All right. And oh my god, I'm not happy already. So we got the roller
Vanilla
next.
Carbon. Vanilla Carbon, not a good weapon.
It's it
A Zip Caster just
it's a
doesn't
very
work
weird
for it.
weapon. It's a very weird
Like
weapon to
low
use.
C, like a C. Like Zipcaster, not a good special for it.
Zipcaster,
Um,
yeah, no. Zipcaster is not good on really any roller, to be honest.
Dynamo Roller, bad,
It's
not good right now.
Okay, so why do you think it's bad?
Dynamo Roller is bad because it has its main weakness. Obviously it's slow.
Yeah.
It can't paint speed. It has sprinkler tacticaler. It's a support
Wait,
weapon.
why does this thing have tacticooler?
I no clue.
That is not
It's
okay.
it's a support weapon, which it's fine right now, but like it needs like a bomb or something. Like the it's just that Dynamo, right? Dynamo, which has always been its first kit, at least, has been really like a middle ground, sort of like a middle ground of support and aggressive. But in this
Yeah,
game, it's like full support. So like
yeah.
hoping next kit is gonna be more aggressive.
It's like
Like
you can't even really get at least
you know,
like a little close shot with this weapon. Like
yeah. I
yeah,
know a lot of Dynamo players hoping that like instead of more like moving support, it was more like a stationary support. So a lot of them hope for a lot of them wish that it had like bubbler instead of
yeah.
tactical.
Bubbler would be good on this weapon. I will say
Plus,
that.
it's really weak to bombs, which bombs can. It's probably like a really bad matchup against Spider Shot Junior because it can throw two bombs with
Yeah,
enough ink saver.
yeah, yeah.
It can technically throw four. Like if you have a lot of ink saver sub, I think two mains and a sub of ink saver sub.
Oh
You
yeah,
can throw two bombs. You can throw two bombs, bubbler, and throw two more, which that will like kill the dynamo roller. But that's like a very specific case.
yeah,
But it's still pretty bad.
yeah, yeah. So like another thing with this weapon is when you're like it's like game over when like you have this weapon and then you're going against any close range shooter. Like it's game over because if they get like close enough and then like you try to kill them, like if you're
Yeah,
doing like a horizontal or vertical
yes,
flick,
its
you're
kill
you're
time
you're
was
you're,
really
you're still dead because they can just kill you before you even get to throw it down.
its kill
And
time is really bad,
yeah, it's
really
very
really
slow.
bad.
I will say it's I will say it's a D tier. I'm gonna put it
Uh,
at a D. Is that alright with you?
maybe like we can probably like arrange. We can like order them later, but I think D tier might be good.
Yeah, no. All right, so we have the Flingza roller. I
Laser roller.
I
I know a lot about this weapon. Unfortunately, I used to play this weapon a lot, and
unfortunately,
yeah. But this weapon, it's a paint bot. It all it does.
yeah,
It's not very good in most modes except for zones, which
it's
is really the only place you'll see it because its paint is really good, but that's the only thing that it does. And it only does
yeah,
is it only paints and it farms missiles, and that's all it's used for.
yeah. I was gonna say like
So
it does
if we're
farm a whole
talking,
bunch of missiles.
yeah, if we're talking like, or if we're talking like pure, if we're talking in a vacuum, it would be at like a C. But since missiles are so valuable right now, uh, yeah, they're pretty valuable. It's more like an A tier weapon.
It's an A tier.
Um, yeah, because missiles are definitely the best special in the game right now. And this
Yeah, I'd
this
say
is the only this is the only thing that you'll get missiles on,
I
like
think
that
it's
you'll see missiles.
all right. So I'm gonna have to trust your judgment because of how like I don't play with the rollers like I barely play with them. And when I did, I tried the Flingza roller and I had a very hard time using this weapon because I kind of used it as if it was like a normal like roller.
Yeah,
And yeah, that was
like a splat roller.
yeah. And I guess so. I was gonna put it at B tier, but I mean, when you say like okay, like what's the sub on this thing? I forgot.
Inkmon.
Ink Mine. Okay, I think Ink Mine
But
is
Inkmine is it's good for like it's good for spotting flanks in case they try to flank you while you're painting, like to get a pick on you. But that's that's like what mine is good for. But you really won't see mine being used that much besides like paint besides like painting for splat zones and missiles.
all right. Yeah, I'd say we can put this at A tier. And hold
Right.
on, I'm gonna do something real quick because I'm gonna see if I
Okay.
can try to pull up my chat.
All right. But hold on, I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. Just in case if somebody's in there, because I can't see it. And now I don't know where it is. What the heck?
And I'm back.
Okay. Hold on, give me a minute. All right. So we have the vanilla roller, and I think it's actually a pretty. I think it's actually the best roller out of all of them.
Nah. Vanilla Roller, no, I don't think it's the best. Not. It's it has curling bomb, which helps with its mobility
Yeah.
because roller like vanilla roller doesn't have a lot of mobility because it's more like a stealth type of weapon with rollers, and this thing it plus it doesn't have good paint. It'll like really paint the like comp depending on its paint, but also it has bubbler, which doesn't really fit a roller.
I think Bubbler should
But
have. I think Bubbler definitely should have been on Dynamo instead
yeah,
of the normal one.
um, I would say it's like a solid C, maybe like a high C, but not like yeah, because
Okay,
um,
okay, let's see.
I'll be real. I don't really have a lot of experience with vanilla roller, but I just know it's not a desired weapon on team comps.
Okay,
Um, now Splatana Wiper. Oh boy, Splatana Wiper.
I'm gonna let
This
you
is
take
my
over this. I'm gonna let you.
Splatana Wiper. This is my star child. If I was a parent and I had all right, if I was a parent and Splatana Wiper and Splattershot were my two children, Splatana Wiper would be the under the table favorite child. But besides that, Splatana Wiper, it fills a very similar role to Tetradoolies, and which that it's really fast, it's really aggressive, and it can get behind the enemy team. Plus, it's like a quick respawn feeder. The only thing that's holding Splatana Wiper back is Ultra Stamp, but Ultra Stamp did get buffed, so it works a
Yeah,
lot better.
I was
But
gonna say
it
like,
still has it's still Ultra Stamp still has its issues. Like you can still it still doesn't protect you from the front. Um,
no.
it it still doesn't protect you from the front. Sometimes it still bugs out, but it happens a lot less. I think the only thing stopping this thing, actually, one more thing. A lot of people are saying that Wiper is like a contender for being one of the best main weapons in the game.
It
But
it definitely deserves that title.
but its kit Torpedo is really good for Wiper. Probably the
Yes.
best sub it could have gotten. Um, it has its torpedo roll combo. Uh, yeah. So like the only thing that's stopping it is ultra snap. But
And that's like a
with
very minor flaw as of now.
yeah, right now it's pretty minor. It used to be a lot worse. And its paint also is pretty good since it got buffed in like back in December. But yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Wiper, definitely a high A tier. A high A
A
tier one.
tier. Imagine if we don't
Yeah.
put anything on S.
No, we have some S weapons, trust me. But Splatana
What's going on
Stamper.
now? Caleb, hold on a minute. All right. Caleb, I'm recording right now. All right. Okay. Sorry, that was my brother.
Alright. But Splatana Stamper, it's pretty similar to Wiper. But since it got the just the nerf to burst bomb, it also hurt Stamper too. But
I will say, like,
Stamper's still pretty strong. Like it has its combo with the main weapon.
yeah,
Like
Zipper
where
is
you
like a very, like, very powerful. Arguably, actually, no, not as. Actually, it is definitely more powerful than the Wiper. But I will say, like, burst bombs are burst bombs are really good for this weapon since it's like a very up close kind of weapon. And then
yeah.
like also, um, but like I will say, Zipcaster is like a weapon that does not belong here on the
Yeah.
kit.
Zipcaster, it has its niche for like being annoying, like making the opponents watch you, and what Stamper is also like a quick respawn fiend.
Yeah,
But honestly, it's like still a lot of debate between if Wiper or Stamper is better. Personally, I think Wiper is better, and that's without bias. But
yeah,
yeah, I think Stamper should go like next to Wiper.
yeah. Because I will say like the Wiper is like a very more like it's the Wiper is fast paced and aggressive. The Stamper is more like you more like have to focus on like keeping your distance sometimes because like
Well, not exactly. Stamper is pretty aggressive. It's very aggressive too, just not as fast as Wiper can be.
yeah, it's just not as fast. So like you can like so like you have to worry about you're gonna have to like worry a little more about like charging into places. And then like
Yeah,
also like it's better at like long range attacks, it's better than the Wiper because it has like way
yeah,
more powerful slashes. It
right.
like travel for long distances and also can paint very well.
Undercover Umbrella, worst weapon in the game,
D tier, one
and
hundred percent, 100%.
100%
We should
worst
put
weapon in the game.
actually we should put all the Brellas in D tier.
Put them all down there. They all suck.
Yeah,
They're not
none
good
of them are
weapons.
none of I'm sorry guys, none of them are good. Tentabrella, I mean it's
Umbrella kit is whatever.
it has a
It's
very good shield, but
yeah, 10. I
very
would say
very
the
slow
best
weapon.
umbrella right now. The best umbrella right now is Tint
I
Umbrella, but they're all
I will
still
say
pretty. They're all very bad, so it doesn't really matter. But
I will say Tentabrella is
the
at least kind of deserving of C tier, but nothing
it,
higher than
it
that.
can be argued. It can be argued C tier, but it's still umbrella. They're pretty bad.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Splat umbrella, Ink Strike and Sprinkler. Sprinkler probably the worst sub in the game right now. Um, it has good paint, but then it starts decaying and doesn't paint. It really doesn't paint anything after it decays. And
really.
throwing a
It
second
takes a while
sprinkler
for
gets
it to
rid of the
paint
first
like
sprinkler.
really good.
Yeah, like getting rid of like throwing a second sprinkler gets rid of the first sprinkler. So that is a very big weakness. A sprinkler is a pretty expensive sub weapon. It has ink strike, but that's really as much as it's going for it.
Yeah,
Umbrellas, no, they're a buggy mess. They barely work.
yeah.
Um,
Oh,
that's about
oh,
it.
wait. You do you know about the which I think it's the Tentebrella, the glitch with the Tentebrella where
Which one?
dang, I forgot. It's like with the shield and apparently like
Oh, like getting hit through the shield.
yeah. I
Oh,
think
that happens with
I'm gonna have
all
to
of the
pull up a
umbrellas.
I'm gonna have to pull up a clip
That
because
happens with
there is a
all of the
very
umbrellas.
popular glitch with this weapon. And then
All of the umbrellas experience that.
ye- yeah, and I will say like the undercover umbrella is the worst of the umbrellas like out of
Oh,
all of them
100%.
so far. Yeah,
Not even a
because the
competition. Not even
shield
a competition.
like I don't understand how like arguably like the best gimmick of the umbrellas like you're like able to shoot while you have your shield, but the shield can be like easily destroyed, and then like you're completely vulnerable. Like you can't really do anything about it. Like as soon as the umbrella is down, as soon as the shield's
Yeah,
down, you cannot. You're just there, and now you're dead.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Also,
just
its kit really bad. Reef Slider.
and
No,
I
you
think
do not want that. You don't want an aggressive special on a support oriented weapon like
yeah,
the undercover brother. It's like in Splatoon 2, the Kent's undercover brother had torpedo and I think ink armor, and that did really well because it was a support weapon.
yeah,
It's like undercover umbrella not very good at fighting, has some of the weakest damage in the game. Like the absolute minimum damage that you can do with an undercover umbrella is like 10 damage. And like with how like you're not gonna like your opponent isn't gonna be standing still, so you're not gonna reliably hit the 40 damage the 3 shot. So like a lot of the time you're gonna be hitting like a 5 shot, like a 5 shot 6 shot. It's not reliable at all. There's really no reason to play the undercover umbrella.
it really isn't, and yet people still play it in rank. What a
Somehow,
disappointment.
somehow.
Yeah, and then we have
Um,
Aerospray, which the gold one was actually
mm,
my main
it's.
back in Splatoon 2,
I'm
and
sorry to hear that,
I know I regret it every day.
but Aerospray, both of them really are pretty big paint bots.
Yeah,
They not they don't
they're
really do much but paint.
yeah
Um,
they're like a very turf war. Like you'll see a lot of these in Splatfest, I'm sure, but like
yeah, you definitely do.
yeah,
But
but besides that, it's this weapon is like
it
really
has
good at turfing,
it has Fizzy Bomb, which is a pretty good special.
but it
It's
also
a pretty good
has
sub. But
Reef Slider.
Three slider, pretty
Yeah,
bad. However, this thing it does have like it's a meme niche for being real. Like if you do this, you're doing it just because it's funny. But
yeah,
in a Mako Mart, you can like solo cap the zone with one reef slider if you aim towards the middle of the map. It's so funny, but it's not viable in the slightest.
yeah. It's fun when you do it, not fun when you're the victim.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
But
will
like
say this weapon is like
reef
yeah,
slider, reef slider is reef slider, so it still sucks. But that's like the only thing that it does is paint. That's all that it does.
yeah.
But
I'll put it at C.
Spider Shop, yeah, C is pretty good.
Yeah,
Spider Shop Pro, oh, man, I love Spider Shop Pro. It's such a fun weapon,
crab
but
tank.
it has no. The thing is, it has a crab tank,
Yes.
but there's no reason to pick Spider Shop Pro because if you want a crab tank weapon, you just play Splash at it. And
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
it's sad.
I guess that is right. I mean, like this weapon is not bad at all. This weapon's actually like it's actually like really good. Like
It's not a bad
but
main weapon. It's just stop. It's just heavily outclassed by like Splash-O-Matic and Dualies.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can't really, like, when I play Splatoon, I like to get aggressive and, like, all up in people's faces. This weapon doesn't do that.
Oh, and it has angle shooter, which is like the worst sub weapon that's ever been put in Splatoon history.
Right.
It's pretty
Wait,
bad.
have you seen,
Like,
I'm actually starting to see, like, challenges, like, by other, like, Splatoon YouTubers about, like, how many angle shoot kills can you get, and you have to get, like, at least, like, 3 shots. And the fact that there's a challenge based on that is so sad
yeah,
because the angle
that's
shoot kills, like, they're not even good at marking opponents.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it's like to buff angle shooter, you really can't do much because you either I don't think any type of buffs will ever make it good because like with all you can really do is increase the damage, but then if you increase it too much, then it's going to become broken.
Yeah. I will say, like, the angle shooter is basically the melee Pichu of Splatoon.
Honestly,
Yeah. I'd say, but, like, I mean, it sounds like we're shitting on the weapon. We're not. We're shitting on the angle shooter. But this weapon, I'd say it's like a solid B tier.
I don't know. Like if we're talking about like actually like if we're talking about the weapon itself, then yeah, it'll be a B tier. But like in terms of viability, I feel like I should have specified this earlier. Like, are we talking about like viability or how good the weapon is itself?
Like, I'd say, like, how good,
Like,
like, the kit, like, does affect how good the weapon is.
okay, so like if we're talking, so it's pretty much just like so it's how good the weapon is itself and not in terms of viability and competitive play. Is that what you're saying?
I think, like, how do I describe it? So, like, I don't think this weapon is like this weapon, like, I don't think can, like, in terms of competitiveness, I'm not
In
really.
terms of competitive, in terms of competitive, you will almost never see this weapon because there's no reason to pick
Yeah,
it.
because, like, I wouldn't, like, recommend this weapon for competitive, but, like, if you're, like, casually playing Splatoon, then this is a pretty good weapon to main. But I will say, like,
Yeah, if we're talking about like, okay, so I would say more like a B or a C.
oh
Also, it has really bad paint and bad ink efficiency,
yeah, most of
and
the
that
Splash
really
Shot Pros have
helps.
bad paint. The
Yeah.
Forge one
Plus,
has bad paint. The Nova
they both
has
have
bad
bad
paint.
paint. No, Nova has amazing paint. No, but with well, Nova isn't a Splash Shot Pro; it's its own thing. But Splash Shot Pro, you're like a C, maybe it's like a C.
Okay, yeah, I can put it at C because okay, so, like, what I was
It's
trying to
not
say.
highest. Its highest high is that it has crafting, but it has such bad paint that it's gonna get very few in a match.
Yeah, so, like, what I was trying to say, like, I mean, like, this tier list isn't like, it's kind of like both, like, casual and competitive. Like, if it excels at casual, then, like, it's deserving, like, at least, like, B tier. But, like, if it's, like, if it's a, like, very good competitive weapon, then it's also, like, really good. It's deserving, like, B, A, or probably S. But, like, if it's
Yeah,
like doesn't excel at neither of them, or, like doesn't really, like, do much good, like, in, like, very, like, either, like, very few or none of, like, the modes in the game, or, like, casual and competitive, then it's a C or D tier.
yeah.
So I'd say that's how this tier list is gonna go.
Okay.
So
Splattershot Junior.
yeah,
Splattershot Junior is it's a really good painter.
yeah, really good.
Um, It's a support weapon, so it has really good paint. Uh, the bubble is nice. It has really good ink efficiency. You can throw two splat bombs with enough ink savers.
Yeah,
So um,
it's a
I would say
very
it's like a solid maybe.
yeah. I mean, the way you described it sounds like this is like the most support a weapon could get.
But it's pretty as support as you can get. Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say like
The only weakness is that it can't fight. Like, it's pretty bad at fighting.
yeah, like you have to get like even sometimes close up you
I
still
wouldn't
can't
say
do
bad.
much.
Actually, I wouldn't say bad. It's more
It's
like
not a bad weapon.
it's not a bad weapon in terms of fighting, but it could be a lot better.
Yeah. So I would say
It's like a blow, like B maybe.
a B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. B. I can do that. This one.
Squeezer. Squeezer is a pretty good weapon.
It is.
Uh, it's really ink hungry, a bad ink efficiency.
Yeah.
It has a lot of range. It's easy to fit into a lot of comps.
Yeah.
Um,
It's kind of like
it has
I kind of like sometimes compare this weapon to the gals, mainly because like like how like it's long range, it shoots very slow, and it also
yeah.
has splash wall
It's
like
like
the 96 gal.
yeah. Well, you can make a comparison to gals, but it's like in the same class as like the H3 and the L3. It's a semi-automatic. But oh, also by the way, editor's note: when I was talking about the make sure you put this in the video. When I was talking about it being a semi-automatic, make sure you put that the nerd face emoji. I think that would be really funny.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. But it's I'll say it's like a A maybe, if at the very worst like a B, but it's a really good weapon. It has a really good kill time, so 3-shot kill.
Yeah.
It can paint. It can paint because it has a painting mode, and yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say it's an A tier weapon, and also basically, if you look at this thing hard enough, it's literally like a
Champagne
champagne
bottle,
bottle.
yeah.
We said that at the exact same time.
Yeah.
All right, so
52 gal.
gals. Yep, we have the
It's a very
52.
good weapon.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
probably one
good.
of the best slayers in the game.
Oh yeah.
It has a fast kill time. It's a 2-shot kill.
Oh yeah.
It has a splashed wall, which is very good for gal weapons because they have a slow fire rate. So having a wall really protects them. Um,
Yeah. With the
the ink
wall, it's like
efficiency isn't that bad.
like with the
Killer
wall,
Will.
like you'll never
Go
know
ahead.
like what's coming. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Well, okay. So like, what were you saying?
Killer Whale is a really good special for it
Yeah.
because it helps displace the team. You can it's good for like locating enemy team members. It can damage the opponent for you, so you can have an even faster kill time.
Yeah.
This is a really good weapon all around. Plus, the main weapon is really good too.
Yeah. I will
So
say
I'll say
this is an A tier
like a
weapon.
good A,
Yeah.
100% A tier.
A tier weapon for sure. And also, is is
96.
is this
You
the
can kind
96?
of see the same thing. That's the original. That's the regular.
Okay. Yeah.
That
So this one
has
doesn't have card.
sprinkler.
So
Yes, sprinkler and ink vac is
oh no no
not
no
a
no no
good.
no no
No,
no no.
it's not a
That
good
that is
weapon.
okay. Okay. I was gonna put this like at the same one, but then like when you said the
No,
kid, I was like,
this is a
oh no.
sprinkler ink vac. Not a good weapon
The kid
at all.
the kid is
Um,
gonna bring it back. I think
it's a decent support weapon,
yeah.
but you have better support weapons in the game.
Yeah, they're
Plus, Vac is not good. Vac is not good right now. It's probably the worst special in the game. Um, Plus, it's 96. It's really slow. It has slow straight speed. It has bad RNG, like the spread. and its jump spread is really bad. Um, I really don't know what you would use this weapon for. Um, yeah, I don't really know. Put
C.
in like a C maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put it in C tier for I don't know. And then I
Regular
feel like this
vanilla
is a
vanilla jack.
what I'm sorry, what were we saying?
The vanilla jet sculpture is, I would say, like a C tier maybe. It's just there's really no reason to play it. It has ink vac and it has angle shooter, which the two worst sub and specials right now.
Okay, yeah.
The main weapon, it's a good support weapon because the jet sculpture has really good paint and it can build special really fast. Um, there's just the vanilla splatter shot.
I'd say
This weapon is
the
pretty
kit's really
good.
good. The kit's really good.
It's a really good kit. This is also one of my main weapons. Um, it's a suction bomb it's an okay sub for it.
But
It's
Trizuka though,
Trizuka is a really good. It's really fun.
yeah,
It's
it's really
Trizuka needs like a buff or two for it to be really good. I feel like if you're a weapon, like if you're a sub weapon, like your weapon in general, your main weapon, the sub and the special combined, if your kit's really good at dealing with crab tank, then you're a pretty good weapon. And spider shot, it one shots crab tank, I'm pretty sure. Uh, and if you get the headshot, then you eliminate the crab, which very useful. Um, Oh, I was playing earlier, not earlier, like last night, I think, 2 nights ago, and I just kept like deleting a crab tank. It was hilarious. That was off
that.
topic a bit, but
I bet you ruined their days.
yeah, probably deserved it. I don't like crab tank, but
I mean, we love them.
with
Just like if I'm not the one
I
who's
love
in them,
playing as crab tank. I love playing as crab tank.
I
If
just
I'm
don't
playing
like.
against
We just
crab
don't
tank,
like
it's a no.
dealing with them. Okay.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
so this weapon, I would say the kit's very good. I will say like I mean like I think
I
it's
think
very
A
good
is fair.
if the other one is an A tier, then this one has to be an A tier.
They're both really good.
Yeah,
It's
they're
hard.
both
I
really good.
think T Tech T Tech might have a slight advantage, but other than that, then it's pretty difficult to tell which one is better of the two.
Yeah. And then we have the
Splash-O-Matic,
Splash Schematic.
that's the S tier. We should have put him up. We should have put Splash up there earlier, like I said, but
S tier.
we had to get through the list. Yes, S tier, absolutely.
S tier.
If you don't know why, if you don't know why, then you must be new to Splatoon. But it has a it has a really good kit synergy,
Oh
a really
yeah.
good kit in general. The main weapon is really good. It can fight. It can fight. It can be a slayer. It can be a support. It can be.
It could be
It's
everything.
literally everything you want.
It's the avatar
Literally,
of all
like when they
weapons.
yes, two splashes. Literally like a splash. Like if you're going to run a competitive team comp, you need at least one splash-o-matic because of crab tank.
Yeah,
Crab tank is the most valuable special in the game right now. It's
yeah.
not the best anymore because it's gotten its good hand of nerfs, but like a splash is just it's really good. But S tier, the best weapon in the game by far. It's not even close either.
All right. So before I put it on S tier, I want to give my 2 cents about this weapon. So I kind of agree. I agree with everything you're saying because like even like I don't use this weapon much, and the last time I used it was in Salmon Run, and like that weapon's kind of the reason why um I went to professional, and like it has an amazing kit. The crab tank is freaking amazing, and it's not really that it's short range, but like it can also shoot for some distance a little bit.
Also, the burst bomb helps with his
Oh
distance.
yeah, burst bombs are also like really good. Like if you get hit by a burst bomb once, like that's like basically like a free kill for
Yeah.
the splash-o-matic.
Um, with an indirect, either with both 25 and 35 damage, it turns to a three shot. Um, and with the direct, it turns to a two shot.
I feel like if I use this weapon a lot more, then this would be my main. But like honestly, like I'm not the biggest fan of like totally mainstream weapons, and this weapon is kind of mainstream right now. But
Right.
like
It is very mainstream, very meta.
yeah, I think like the most mainstream weapon as of currently is the Splatana wiper and the
Yeah.
splash-o-matic. So like
This one YouTuber, like he's a competitive player. His name is Toyobin. He took like data. He like there was a tournament that happened, I think, in March. I think it was in March, because it was like right around when fresh season dropped. He like he took data of like the most used weapons, and Splash and Splatana Wiper were both in the top five. So it's a very used
yeah,
weapon.
yeah, very good weapon overall. And I feel like even though like Keith, I'm pretty sure you play with this weapon a lot. I haven't, but I
Yes,
at least know
I,
how good it is. Like it excels in
I
basically
do.
like all the categories that makes a good weapon. Like at least like these weapons like they either like they really like don't excel at one, don't excel at most, or like excels but like not that much. This one excels at like everything.
Yes,
Everything you want it to be
it's
like
quite literally the
everything
jack of
you
all
want it
trades
to
weapon.
be, it
It's a
is.
very good weapon.
All right.
It's been a very good weapon since the game dropped. Pretty much.
Oh yeah. All
The
right.
best weapon since the game dropped.
Yeah. So congratulations. That's her first S tier in the tier. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we have the forgotten Nintendo weapon
And
and Zap.
it's probably like top five support weapon in the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a pretty good weapon to use. It has
set,
auto bomb and is it it wait, is it the other
suction
one?
bomb tactical, suction bomb tactical.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the other one that has auto bomb. So yeah, not a bad one. It's kind of a support type weapon, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. So Tacticooler does really fit it.
Yeah.
So I would say
So
this.
Tacticooler right now is it's not in a very good spot right now. That's the one thing that's holding it back is that it can get a lot of Tacticoolers, but it's it's not going to be reliable. It's not as reliable as Ink Armor was in Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
But if a Tacticooler was better, then I think Zeph would be in a pretty good spot. But right now, it's more like a B tier weapon.
A B tier.
Yeah.
Okay, I think. Yeah, I think this weapon is pretty deadly, but it does get very much outclassed by other deadlier weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have this.
Spoosh-o-matic, not a very good weapon.
Why
Spoosh is
is
not a very
that?
good weapon.
Why?
Uh,
Wait. Hold on. I feel like you're gonna say something about it having the. I
Ultra
was gonna
Stamp.
say stamp. Yeah, ultra. I keep saying stamper.
That's one of the reasons. With Ultra Stamp, with this thing, it has such short range, and it has uh the curling bomb helps with this approach, but again, like it's not that reliable because curling bomb isn't very good,
Curling
and
bomb is not
the
very good.
ranges,
Doesn't
like I
really do
said,
much.
the range is really bad. Like you have to be within like you have to be breathing on your opponent to get a hit,
Yeah,
and
you got to be like resting on
uh
their neck in order to get the kill.
yeah, which is why you see this weapon with a lot of Ninja Squid. It's like with the curling bomb as its only approach, like following behind the curling bomb and swimming with it. With a that's very predictable and it will get you killed a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I was gonna say like
what
you
else?
like really like you cannot sneak up on anybody, especially this weapon.
Like
No, really this
like
weapon. Like you
one
cannot like it is a very bad idea to sneak up behind someone and use like a with a curling bomb and then like try to kill somebody because they will see you. Like it's
oh
super predictable. And if they see
one
like
thing that I see one thing I see a lot of spoofs do is that they'll throw a curling bomb and like as long as you like don't like if you're like predictable you can hit them out of their like while they're swimming, but some will do like the hammer flip like if they see you get close, so like after like throw a curling bomb, activate the hammer, follow behind it, and then they'll pop out and hammer flip and try to like get a pick with it. That's a pretty okay strategy. It's uh like again, it doesn't have a lot of range, and like if you get sniped, then it does nothing.
yeah. Yeah. So I'd say C tier. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
C for curling bombs because curling bombs are not good. Yeah.
uh,
Speaking of not
H
good,
three, H3 bad. Put it in D. Like, we haven't put
I don't
anything
like
in
any
D
of
in a
the
while.
mouse
Like
on
that thing in
those.
D.
I don't
That
like
thing
any of
is
them.
bad. It's not a good weapon.
They're
Right?
so
It's not
weird.
a good weapon.
They
It has such bad kit synergy. Like, what are you gonna do with what is it? Point sensor and tactical cooler. You do nothing with that.
oh hell
That
no.
there's not that none of those weapons benefit H3.
No.
Just none of them. And it's man,
No.
it's so bad.
Do you
That's
remember
all you need to
the
know.
do you remember the kit for this one?
L3 has Curling Bomb Crab Tank.
Curling bomb crab tank. Crab
Yeah.
tank might help its case,
It does not. It
but
like
it's
it
still
kind of does. It kind of
it's still
does,
pretty
but
good.
it has Curling Bomb, which it's it's okay. But Crab Tank, there's no reason to play it because I mean it paints pretty well, so it'll be getting Crab Tank, but there's no reason to play it because again, Splash-O-Matic is in the game. So if you need a Crab Tank, you're gonna pick Splash-O-Matic.
Yeah, yeah. So like all right, so on to the next weapon.
Blob.
Let me say something real quick. Fuck this weapon.
So
Fuck this weapon. I hate getting
geometry, bro.
I hate
Like, you
getting
just get
dropped these
geometry
goddamn
by this weapon.
bubbles. I they're so
That's about
annoying to
just
use.
it has good it has good DPS, but like and then you can also like bounce the bubbles off of like walls to get kills,
Yeah,
but
that's why I hate them so
it's
much.
still pretty bad. Um like this thing has such a similar kit to Explosher, which the Explosher just does so much better with this. It does so much better. Like Sprinkler is Inkstorm is in a pretty good spot right now, especially in zones. But
Yeah,
just blob out, blobber, however you say it.
blood
It's
blobber.
just it's also has really slow kill time. Like it's a 5 shot kill, but the bubble velocity is pretty good.
Yeah, like
But
you can really keep your distance with the
yeah,
weapon.
as long as you can outrange it, then you'll be fine. But
Yeah,
this thing can't really dive opponents. It yeah, it's not very good.
yeah. I will
The like,
say
but in the hands of a really good block player, that this is a pretty deadly weapon. But other than that, you really don't have to worry about it.
I will say that this weapon. I mean, I just shitted on this weapon pretty hard, but that's because I just got pretty salty. This weapon, like, if you know how to use it right, then it's can be like very useful. It's still very support is very supporty weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but dude, like, do you
Vanilla
remember?
Tri Slasher. Oh, what are you saying?
Do you remember in Splatoon 2 when this weapon came out and like it was like
Oh
the
yeah,
most meta weapon in the entire game at the
like
time?
this thing like was able to like to carry people into like probably like 22, 2100 X power. And that was like how good it was at the time. I don't remember if it got any buffs or nerfs, but all I know is that it's pretty bad right now. And that's all that matters because I don't like fighting this thing.
Yeah. And I still see it
It's a pretty
everywhere.
big scrub killer. It's a pretty big scrub killer though. So you'll see it in like low level lobbies.
Yeah, I would say C tier. It's not a good weapon. It's also not a terrible weapon. But let's get to an actual good weapon. Well, actually, kind of the other one is better,
Pretty good. But this
but
one,
this one is pretty
it's
good.
okay. This one's
This one
okay.
is
Um, Toxic Mist. I don't really know what they were cooking with that one.
yeah.
Toxic Mist is it's I really don't know what they were cooking with this one. I'll be real. Uh, it doesn't really do much for the weapon besides like slow opponents down. But
Yeah.
Tri-Slosher is really good at just buckets in general are pretty good at dealing with crab tank, but
Oh yeah.
you don't really you really won't see a lot of vanilla Tri-Sloshers. I can't remember who plays the weapon, but there's a top team. I think it might be Seafoam. There's a Tri-Slosher on that weapon, but on that team, but I haven't like been paying much attention to the competitive scene as of recently. Like I haven't really watched a lot of tournaments, but so I don't know if they switched over to Tri Nouveau for some maps. But uh, although Inkjet did get buffed, so it might see a lot more play. But right now, I would say it's like a solid B tier because of the Inkjet
Yeah.
buff.
B tier. I mean, like the weapon. I mean, the kit is very weird, but the weapon overall is actually pretty good. But
Yeah,
the other one is a lot better. But we'll get to that later. So we
yeah.
have
Sloshing Machine
uh,
S tier. Put them in S tier. Put it in
why?
S
But
tier. It's a
why?
very good weapon. Very good
It's
weapon. It has good kit synergy with Fizzy Bomb. Offers so many combos with this weapon. Booyah Bomb is a good displacement tool. It's a good survivability if you're like getting rushed. Like you can combo and if you can combo a direct a no both a indirect. Okay, hold on. Let me put this into the right words. An indirect fizzy bomb, the 35 combos with a direct hit from the Sasha machine, a direct hit from the fizzy bomb, which does 50. That combos with with both a direct hit from the Sasha machine and an indirect. Two indirect hits from Fizzy Bomb combos with an indirect from the Slosher Machine. It has really good kit synergy with the bomb. Plus, Fizzy Bomb is really good at controlling space because it has such a long lasting hitbox and it travels. It's a really good movement, not a movement tool, but a mobility tool because it paints a trail, especially if you throw it high. Oh no, not if you throw it high. You just like throw it without. You don't even need to charge it. You can just throw it, and it's a pretty good paint trail. You know.
dude.
Plus, like I said earlier, if your weapon is really good at dealing with crab tank, then it's a good weapon. And this thing is very good at dealing with crab tank because all of the sloshers really, except for my like, no, yeah, like all sloshers, since they have like arch, they can hit the crab rider, so they can kill the crab tank. And also with a sloshing machine. Uh, it's actually it did get nerfed a bit, but the nerfs they were pretty heavy nerfs, but it's still being played pretty. Still being played a lot. Like earlier when I mentioned the YouTuber Toyobin, who took data analysis on what weapons were picked in that one tournament that I mentioned. Slosher Machine was the most picked weapon out of like for every single team. I'm pretty sure it was used like once in every team.
Yeah.
Also, uh, also a Splash-O-Matic and Slosher Machine have really good synergy together because with burst bombs offer really good chip damage, and Slosher Machine it does it's like direct does 70, so it has so like it can combo with a lot. I know what I just said was a lot, and it's probably wasn't that easy to understand, but just know this weapon is really good. And at like before it got like heavy nerfed, it was probably the best weapon in the game before Splash became dominant in the meta.
Oh,
But this thing is still very dominant in the meta. You will definitely see this weapon a lot.
okay. Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna give you an A+ for that entire presentation. Like you can wait. You can present this in a college assignment project, and no one knows what the hell you're talking about, and you still get an A+ on the assignment.
Trust me, as long as you sound like you know what you're talking about, people will take you seriously
The
and they'll listen.
teacher won't know shit you're saying, but he's gonna be like, I just really just sat there and hear this guy talk about a game that I don't even play,
So I don't even know then I didn't even know existed until you mentioned it.
but I want to
But
play it now. That's a very good marketing strategy.
but anyway, put Sasha Machine up to Esther.
All right, for you, Keith, I'll do it.
Or if you don't do it, I'm gonna leave the stream.
Y'all, what if I just put it on? What?
My mouse, my mouse is hovering the ink off button.
Wait, okay,
So do
fine,
it.
okay, fine, fine, fine. Stay as long as you stay. I don't shit.
Yes.
I don't know shit about Splatoon. I need an expert. Oh my god. All right, next one.
I've had a
Normal.
video idea. I had a video idea that we should try to get somebody who has never played Splatoon, who knows absolutely nothing about the game, to try to like make a tier list and rank the weapons based off purely based off how they look and like
Oh,
not
that's
about anything competitive.
that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
You want to get somebody like you're gonna get somebody from the Discord that from like from like
Yeah.
the Froggers Discord server.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I mean like any one of them would do because none of them play Splatoon. We could just get like a
Exactly.
whole group of people who've never played Splatoon and we'll just like cause chaos. Yeah. So like next weapon, this the
Vanilla Slosher.
slosher, yeah.
Um,
I mean
Vanilla
the design of
Slosher.
this weapon, it doesn't look vanilla at all. But
um, Vanilla Slosher is, I think it's in a pretty good spot right now because of course it has like its triple ink strike, which is a pretty valuable special right
it's not
now.
a bad weapon at all.
Yeah,
What's the
it's a pretty
sub?
good main weapon. It has Splat Bomb, triple ink strike. It's the
Oh,
exact same as
okay.
the T Tech.
Okay, yeah, then
Um,
I feel like
the only real weakness that this weapon has, it did just get buffed so that the minimum damage it can do is 50 from fall off damage, which helps it a lot, especially on like Flounder Heights. You didn't hear that part.
yo, I'm
The
about to leave this. Yo, I'm about to click off and I'm the one who's doing this damn stream.
but which the fall off buff can definitely help. The only weakness that this weapon has is that its triple ink strike is 200p, which every other ink strike weapon in the game um, is One is 200. Actually, hold on, let me check. King Strike. Yeah, every weapon in the game that has Ink Strike is 200p. The only one that isn't 200p is T-Tech and Neo Splash might as well just be 190 because it paints so much. It paints so well and it gets so many. It has like really good special output. So, which Neo Splash and Tech are pretty much the same weapon, same damn weapon in the game. But yeah. So what was I talking about?
You were talking
Oh yeah,
about how this
Slasher.
is the best
Um,
weapon in the game and it deserves S.
no, absolutely not. I did not say that. I know that for a
Fuck, he
fact.
remembered.
Um,
Damn it.
Slasher, it's pretty okay right now. I'll say like a solid A tier.
Yeah, an A tier. I mean, if it has
Yeah,
the same kit as T Tech, then A tier. Yes. Um. Oh boy, X
X
Splosher.
Slasher. It's an okay weapon
It's a very
because
okay
it's
weapon.
it's only really ever seen in splat zones.
It's a
Because it has really good paint and it has point sensor to locate enemies.
yeah.
You might like find
Yeah.
sharks.
Point sensor is really good
Inkstorm,
with the weapon.
Inkstorm is it's pretty good right now. It has it can help damage. It can help with it can like help damage combo with the explosion. Uh, because like being in the ink for a little while does a if you take a bit of ink damage, it can combo with the 90 hit from explosion. That's pretty much about it. I would say like a solid B tier, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say B
It
tier.
really has its niche, or really only in zones. That's
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's a very niche weapon, and also like on the topic of point sensor, like this weapon, like if you get marked at any point in the game while there's an X Splosher on the field, like you will get harassed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
getting marked while you're trying to shark with like a carbon roller or something
right.
is so annoying.
If they see
Like it's like
you,
get this shit off
yeah,
me,
it's a
get this
very
shit off me.
it's a very on-site type of weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me as I play like a Slayer role. I will always harass backliners, especially like with a torpedo because they're just forced to move and they can't like interact with objective.
Yeah. All right. So we have the ballpoint splatling. Oh my god, we are still. Oh my god, there
We're
are so
still
many
in
weapons
base
to
game.
go.
We're still in base game weapons. Jesus Christ. Ballpoint is actually pretty good right now.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people, I would say it's a S. It's a S.
It's an
A lot of
S.
people think it's a top tier, like a very top tier weapon,
Okay,
because
I
ballpoint has always been a pretty good main weapon. Um, a fizzy bomb isn't that good for a ballpoint because ballpoint doesn't really need a sub weapon. That's why a lot of ballpoint players want beacons back. But Inkjet just got buffed, so that's a Inkjet getting buffed really helps the weapon out. It helps it get crab tank because it two shots a crab tank. Like it breaks the crab with two shots with two direct hits, and then three indirect hits break a crab too. I would say you're like a very top tier weapon. At the very lowest, at A tier, but I would say it's probably an S tier weapon right now.
I'd say I'd give it an A tier. I don't. I mean, my opinions on the weapon is that like it's pretty. I mean, it's like I had some like very mixed feelings about the weapon, like starting out because I thought it was like a worse version of the Nautilus, and then like I would actually start playing the weapon and like yeah, the weapon like has like a very like straightforward like shooting range and like
Yeah, it has two modes. It has the short range
yeah,
mode, and then after a while, it goes into the long range mode.
yeah, and like you can actually alternate, which is really fun. And then
You
inkjet
can't
gets
exactly
ink
alternate. But you can't exactly alternate, but you can start charging again while you're already charging.
Yeah.
Like uh like you can start shooting. Like you can let go of the button so you can shoot, but then you can hold it so you can start charging your ink again. And it's pretty good for paint.
Yeah, I'd say this weapon is an A tier. If I used it more, then it probably would be S to help out both our cases.
Yeah, like an S.
Yeah. Um okay, okay, I really have mixed feelings about this weapon. As much
But
as I want to like this weapon,
mini spiraling is pretty
no,
bad.
no, no, I'm on
Like
Hydra.
Hydra. Like a beat here. It's definitely fallen off in the meta.
Oh yeah.
It
I
used to be
don't
pretty good because of Booyah. Like Booyah Bomb used to be really valuable. But if you want Booyah Bomb, you just play Sloshing Machine now.
yeah.
But it's really slow. It's
The kit's pretty
very
good, I'm not gonna lie.
it's
Auto
good, just
bombing.
not as good as it used to be. It's really slow. It's very you beat to bombs. The bombs will just like force it out of its key spots. It will make it recharge so it doesn't get a lot of value out of
Yeah.
its paint. Yeah.
With this
I'll take a
weapon,
solid B tier. Like a B tier.
yeah. It's like the thing is like most splatlings, it's not like a good idea to go like up close and personal with like your enemies. This one you really can't.
No, you cannot.
You have to pretend like you're a charger for this
Like the
weapon. That's
only
not a
the
bad
only
thing.
uh the only Slayer, quote unquote Slayer type of splatling that you could play like that, like a more aggressive role would be the ballpoint.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I would like this weapon, but like I'm already super attached to the chargers, so if
Yeah.
this is
Also,
like if this weapon is
Chargers,
very
also
similar,
like E leader, absolutely dumpsters. Hydro
yeah,
because
I'm
it's
just
charge.
like
Also, its charge time. Its charge time is really slow, but
yeah,
yeah,
I'm like if the charge time is really slow, then I might as well just play like a long range charger
that's
than that. But that's
or
just
like a
my
long range
opinion.
shooter, even a long range shooter too.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna say this whole tier list is really like our opinion.
Yeah,
Like
in case that wasn't obvious from the beginning.
yeah. Just like I mean, we're gonna get hate from this video anyway, but I
Yeah.
just want to get that out there that like we are not we are
Actually,
not totally
actually,
competitive
this
players.
weapon, actually, this weapon is better in competitive because of this reason. Actually, I'm right and you're wrong.
No, it's a very
No,
opinionated tier list. We're not exactly doing
right? No,
objective
no
fact. If you
Squidward. The
want,
reflux is not a good weapon.
but if you want a tier list that is more accurate to competitive play, so go check out any competitive player. Like
I
me,
don't.
like
If they happen to make a tier list,
Cal,
just go check them out.
exactly.
Right?
Me personally, I'm a pretty lower level competitive player, but there's still a lot that I don't know about this game.
Yeah.
So, like maybe if you want to know, like if you want to know the optimal way to play Luna Clash Blaster, a Luna Neo, or whatever it is, the Luna Blaster Neo, then maybe go to someone who plays Luna Blaster Neo. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Just throwing it out there, you know. Don't expect the Splatoon player to be an expert on blasters. So.
Yeah. So moving on, we have the vanilla mini splatling, and I'm gonna go
Bad
first.
weapon, bad weapon.
Why is it
But
a bad
you
weapon?
can go.
Wait,
Go
wait,
ahead,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
hold on.
My fault. My fault. You said you were gonna go first, so
I
go
just
ahead.
like how I said I'm gonna go first, and then you were like, bad weapon. Nope, bad, bad, bad. Don't you say shit. It's bad.
I mean,
uh,
I heard vanilla mini splatling, and I'm like, oh yeah, just put it down there. So
Okay, I will say. Okay, so since Keith was leading to it, I'm gonna go to the negative points where the kit I hate it, but the weapon weapon by itself without the kit I actually really dig it because what splatlings can be very frustrating to use sometimes, and like I mentioned before, I like to get like up close and personal with my enemies, and since like the splatlings have like they're very known for like very high fire rate, like you can do that like while getting like up close with the mini splatling, and I actually like that feeling. So yeah, but I will say
Hey,
this
am I
weapon,
allowed to give? Am I allowed to give my opinion
I don't think I should because I feel a little
now?
threatened.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it short and simple. The kit, the kit is not that good. For a splatling, mini splatling is fits more of a midline playstyle and not like a frontline slayer type of playstyle. Um, so it's more like I wouldn't actually let me take that back. I wouldn't say it fits this playstyle because any playstyle you can play any playstyle for any weapon. The way the weapon is designed, it would it's better to be played as a midline, like a midline weapon. But with Ultra Step and Burst Bomb, it's very it very it's how do I put this? With Burst Bomb and Ultra Stamp, it's very much I don't want to say this, but it's giving it's giving Slayer. Um, with because like you see, Ultra Stamp is a very aggressive special. Like you're supposed to go in, charge again, like you see on Wiper, on Ink Brush, Nuvo, on Sploosh. Like you're really supposed to with Ultra Stamp, you're supposed to go in mini spiraling. It's a spiraling, so it's gonna take a while to, charge. It's gonna take a while to charge till it's full attack. So if you're just like rushing straight in, you're gonna get shot before you can like finish a charge. Like especially against like a splash-o-matic, which has a really high fire rate and a really high kill time. You're definitely gonna get splat. Even though mini spiraling has a pretty fast charge time, the vanilla of the splash-o-matic is most likely gonna kill you before you can even get enough shots out to kill the splash. So, and that's why Zinc mini splatling is definitely better because it can play to its midline role. I know I
Harsh,
said I was gonna keep that short.
harsh,
I know
but I
I know that
agree.
I said I was gonna keep that short and sweet, and then I talked for like almost a minute straight. But we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that.
I say this weapon is C. There.
Yeah, like a C.
All right, so Nautilus, S tier, honestly.
No, I don't know about that. Maybe like an
What?
A tier.
I will
Um,
say it's an S tier because I watch a lot of Jmoji, and I've played this weapon a lot myself,
Jesus
and
Christ,
it's
dude.
what you say that for?
No reason. I'm just
No,
gonna say that
okay.
Nautilus is getting a lot of play. Um,
Nautilus is definitely becoming
it's
mainstream.
it's definitely a really good midline weapon. Um, I can't really say a whole lot because I don't really play this weapon, but I would say it's in a pretty solid spot. Maybe like an A tier weapon, but I don't know. But I just don't know about S tier.
I
There
say
hasn't been enough results with this weapon to prove that it's that good.
it did get buff, which is a downgrade,
Yeah,
but I will say
the buff is what helped push it into a meta.
yeah, it got buffed and then it got nerfed, which is yeah, because like
It
it
didn't
switched
get nerfed
kits.
this game yet. It didn't get nerfed this game yet. It's only gotten buffed.
Well, no, like the specials change. So like at first it was inkjet, and now it's rain cloud
Oh, you're
and
talking about
poinsettia.
from 2 to 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
think
I
I
will,
think
but like rain cloud is still like a very solid special, but like I think the kit back then was a lot better.
yeah.
So I guess yeah, A tier is is pretty good. Also, you get to hold your charges, which is
Yeah.
like one of the few weapons that allows you to do that.
Yeah.
So like you can
But
actually like get a little bit more up close and like
yeah.
yeah,
It's like an A tier, yeah.
yeah, pop out of ink and then
Heavy
surprise
splatling.
people with like high
Heavy
pressure ink at your
splatling
face.
is yeah.
I don't like. I don't. I'm
Um
not a big fan of this weapon.
Heavy splatling is actually pretty good right now. It can play for its wave breakers. It's really good at pressuring from a distance, and wave breaker can it's really good at displacement.
Yeah,
I don't play a whole lot of heavy, but I've seen like high level play of heavy splatling. I say it's a pretty oppressive weapon.
yeah. I will say like I don't like this weapon anymore because I used to really dig it, but I don't like it anymore because when I started playing other Splatling weapons, they were just so much better, and like it did overshadow like the vanilla Splatling. So I yeah, and
Um,
like when I like play this weapon again, like the charge time felt like a lot more slow, like Hydra Splatling slow, and that wasn't a good thing. So like yeah, I just put this weapon down for a while, and I will say like if I gotten better with the Splatling, then I would put it at in A or S, but
it's definitely like an A right now.
I'd say B.
B,
Yes, B.
nah, get it out of there. Put it in A. It's really good, dude.
But I mean,
You gotta put it in A. It's really good. Trust me.
so if I pick this weapon up, if like Keith, you gotta we can't pinky promise, but if I pick this weapon up again, it's gonna feel like an A tier weapon.
I mean, that's completely up to you.
Okay, B
But I'm
tier.
just saying, like, dude, really, really, you're so you are so corny for that, bro.
All right. Yes I am.
So corny for that.
All right, it's Tri
Stringer.
Stringer.
Oh, I love stringers, but
Yes.
stringers are not very good right now. Um, I love stringers, but
Yeah,
um,
they're like very they can be very frustrating to use. Like my first couple of times they were like they were like
stringers.
not easy to use, especially since the tri stringer was very like not good at turfing, and when you
Yeah,
use it like in because a lot of people used it in the Splatfest Global Test Fire, and like you can only play turf war obviously, so like when people were like playing a tri stringer, then like people were really struggling because this weapon did not turf. Was very terrible at turfing.
yeah.
So
I'll say it's like a B tier weapon because it definitely has its weaknesses, like its paint. Um, it it's move. It doesn't move that fast, or it doesn't move that fast. But also it has whale. A
yeah,
whale can definitely help with the weapon, but it's really hard to describe since I don't consider this one of my main weapons, so I don't know too much about it.
yeah.
But I've played it my a good fair share, but I can't exactly say that I've played it enough to know that much about it.
It's a
I, I would say like a
it's
B tier.
yeah. I actually like really dig this weapon a lot. I actually like it better than the reflux.
Oh no, I
And
love this weapon. I hate reflux.
yeah, so yes, like the tri stringers are like Like it's a very fun weapon to use, just not in turf war. Like playing tower control with this weapon is super fun because
Yeah, you can just
like
like
no
shoot
one's
the you can shoot the arrows at the tower, and then one will stick to the tower pole, and the others will stick to the like actual tower platform.
yeah.
So you can control that,
I
and
feel
the
like
toxic mist does help with slow down opponents to like hit them, plus it does damage. So it gets rid of like you don't need to full charge to kill. You can kind of kill with a tap shot. Even though you should do the fully charged ones more. Oh yeah,
I feel like if you're a charger main, then at least give the tri stringer a shot if you haven't
yeah.
already, because it will definitely feel like a charger, just like it feels like a charger and a little bit of a splatling like put together. So yeah, it's yeah. I think that's like one of the main reasons why I like this weapon so much because I love the chargers, and also like it's so satisfying like getting a kill because like you'll like they'll never know like that you're the one that killed them
Right.
until you kill them. Yeah,
Next up is reflux. I
D
All I can really say about this weapon is that it's pretty good at getting missiles,
and
but
turfing, but that's it.
its ability to get missiles towards like the end of a match kind of lowers because of there won't be as much paint or any much like clear ground to paint to get missiles. I wouldn't say it's a C. It definitely got buffed recently. I would put it in B maybe.
And
It's
B,
still a reliable. It's
yeah,
a reliable missile weapon, but it gets outclassed by flames.
yeah. I'd say either C or B. I'm
Yeah,
hovering over C.
it definitely can fight a little bit better because of the buff, so that definitely put it to like B. I like couldn't definitely bump it up to B.
I'm gonna put this at C. I just I don't really understand this weapon besides like it's really good at turfing and spamming missiles. I'll give it that, but like that's like about it.
Yes, pretty much.
Yes.
Finally, bro, on to the chill whatever season these weapons are. We're
The
not in base game anymore. It only
Ooh,
took an hour
finally.
to get. It only took an hour and a half to get through base game weapons.
It took more than an hour and a half.
No, man.
It did. All right, so we have the Luna Blaster again.
This one is pretty bad.
I
Um,
don't
Fizzy Bomb. Fizzy Bomb is.
Fizzy
I'll be
Bomb.
real.
Why is Fizzy Bomb on a Luna Blaster? I don't get it.
Fizzy Bomb on a Luna Blaster is okay. It can help it approach. There's another paint trail, but then Ultra Stamp just doesn't really work on it.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I
it can
forgot this one
kind of
had
work,
Ultra Stamp.
but yeah, it can kind of work as like a as like an aggressive play, but I don't really, I don't really know to be honest. I just feel like it just doesn't feel very good to play because the kit just doesn't really work.
I'd say C tier.
Like a C.
Yeah. And then we have okay, what's the difference between this one and the normal ink brush?
Uh, this one has Inkmine Ultra Stamp,
Are you like on
which
Google? Are you like on Google like looking all this stuff up because I can't even remember
no,
these kits.
no, I just know the kits.
Like
I do. I
you
play the
know like
weapons at least
every
once.
single one of them. I know
Oh
like
yeah,
half.
I can definitely name like the remaining weapons. I can name the kits right now.
You know what? I'm gonna do a video where I just test. Well, actually, no. Actually, no. I'm gonna do that with someone else, and just I'm just gonna have you spectate. But
Okay, this thing is not very good.
what did you say the kit
Inkmine,
was? I was too flabbergasted.
Ink Mine Ultra Stamp.
Ink Mine Ultra Step. Okay, no,
Ultra
this is
Stamp
worse.
can work like with brushes. They don't have to, but they definitely can approach by like rolling and getting behind the enemy. And Ultra Stamp can help with like Ultra Stamp can help them get in, but then you need a special to get in because rolling isn't that fast. It's pretty fast, but not that fast. But Ultra Stamp can kind of help get in, but it's still Ultra Stamp. It can still get killed. But what else? They have an Ink Mine. Ink Mine isn't as valuable right now. It's pretty bad. It again doesn't really help it approach.
Yeah.
Ink Mine
Um,
for an aggressive weapon. Ink Mine for a more aggressive weapon just isn't very desirable. You know.
and then like marking the opponents with the ink mine doesn't really help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a short range weapon,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna have to run up to them and hope they don't see you,
Yeah.
which they
This
probably will
thing.
because you're an ink brush.
There's really no reason to play
You
this
stand out
weapon.
very much.
There's no reason to play this weapon really when the vanilla ink brush is right there and has such a better kit with way better synergy.
Yeah, I'd say
Like C tier,
yeah, C tier. I was thinking of D. Oh, speaking of D,
Snipe Rider,
speaking
this
of
piece of
D,
shit, this piece of shit weapon. This thing fucking sucks. Jesus Christ, it's one of the worst weapons in the game. It's one of the worst weapons they ever could have made, bro. This thing
right,
sucks. It's
right.
so bad, dude.
What
Oh
the
my god.
what?
Sprinkler Tacticooler?
What
What were
was
they
the
thinking?
what were they
Literally,
thinking
what were
with
they cooking?
this?
What were they cooking? Bro, never let my man cook ever
What
again,
would
bro.
y'all
What
what
were
were
they
y'all
cooking,
cooking
bro?
with y'all what were y'all were
Bro,
cooking y'all were cooking
Sprinkler,
some crystal meth
bro.
with this.
Sprinkler is Sprinkler already is an
What? Oh my
sub weapon. But dude, Tacticooler on a charger? Why?
why?
This thing has
Who's
the range. It
who's
has the
gonna get it?
range of
Who's gonna
the
get a
bro,
fucking cold
exactly.
one? Like from all
Bro,
they have to swim all the
Tacticooler. This thing has the range of a splatter scope, right? And so like if it has the range of a splatter scope, it's going to be like a more like a backline weapon. So why would you put Tacticooler where your team has to they have to run towards you and
right.
put
That's what I was
if
gonna
your team is
say.
trying to make a push, if your team is trying to make a push, you have to get way out of position to throw your Tacticooler
Right,
because
and that's
if you're
enough
throwing it
time
from the
for
back line, right,
the other team to recover. And
right. Like
yeah,
if you're throwing it from the back line, then your team's gonna have to back up in the middle of their push to go and get the tacticooler so that they can then push. Which again, that's plenty of time for the opposing team to recover and come back. There's
right.
why would they put tacticooler on a backline weapon? It just doesn't make any sense. Put it in D. Put it in D. This is a bottom five weapon in the game. 100% bottom five weapon in the game.
I agree 100%. And then another bottom line weapon.
Bottom tier weapon. Put it in D. It sucks.
Indeed, it's the same. Wait, I want to know the kit for this. I think
It's a torpedo reef slider.
torpedo reef slider,
Yeah. Thing
not good.
is,
Torpedo,
torpedo reef slider is not a bad weapon, not a bad kit for dapple dualies. The only problem with this kit is that it is pretty much the exact same as the dark tetra dualies. So there's no reason to play this weapon because you can just play tetras,
yeah,
which
you did say
are
that.
way better weapons. There's
Yeah,
no reason to play dapple dualies.
yeah, I'd say D tier. And speaking of S, I think like before we before we rank everything, we're just gonna like evaluate the tier list and see if we want to make any arrangements, which I'm pretty sure we would because
We can
I
do
kind
it
of
at
feel
the end,
bad.
right?
I think there's some
Yeah, we can
weapons
do
we
it
kind
at
of
the
looked
end.
over that deserves
Oh,
S. So,
yeah,
but let's not get into that now. Let's get into
Carbon Roller Deco. This is probably the most aggressive weapon in the game.
Oh yeah, I hate this thing
It's
so
really
much.
good
I
at
hate it. I hate it.
it's
I
really
hate
good
it. I
at
hate it. I hate it. I
sharking.
hate it. Oh
It's really good at sharking. It's really good at stealth play. The only issue that it has is that it's a roller. It can't really paint very well, so you have to build your team around painting for it,
yeah,
so that it can get in to get those picks that it needs and be stealthy.
yeah.
Like
Sharking.
once you. Hmm?
Oh, I said sharking with this roller is absolutely broken. That's why.
Yes, this is probably the best sharking
I
weapon in the
think it's
game.
no, no, no. I think it's A.
100% the best.
I think it's A.
No, that's definitely an A tier weapon.
Yeah, I put it in B so I can reach A. There we go.
Big swig roller, garbage weapon by the way, really
Big
bad
shit
right now.
roller. There's a reason why
The
everyone
thing
calls it
is,
big shit roller.
a big shit roller. The thing
Yes.
is, it's like the only big swig roller has gotten so many buffs that big swig roller as a main weapon is actually pretty good because it does really good object damage. It has really good paint. Has It can kill reliably. The only thing holding it back right now is the kit. Because Splash Wall and Ink Vac is a really bad combination. A
As soon
really
as you
bad
said
kit.
splash wall, I flinched.
Yeah, it has Splash Wall, Ink Vac. And as I've said many times, Ink Vac is not in a good spot right now.
No, it's not. It
So
desperately needs a buff.
it
Desperately.
just needs a new kit. It just needs a new kit. Like
No, I'm talking about the ink vac.
I've heard that. Oh yeah, Inkvac, it needs a buff, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've heard Pro Chara, and I think there's a YouTuber called Zorkonic. He plays like a lot of rollers. He said like they say that the kit that the Crack on Spot roller, the beacons and Kraken would be a really good kit for Big Swig, especially right now since for all
Oh
the buffs
yeah.
that it got.
Yeah. What's cracking would be a very good weapon for
Yeah,
this, but we got it for the carbon roller, which
the Crack on Spot roller.
which is deserving. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Arrows, the silver arrow, not silver, the gold arrow spray is
It's better than the silver
a
one.
C tier.
What'd you say?
It's more of like yeah, I would say it's slightly better than the silver arrow spray. It's not the Yeah, it's like slightly better.
Yeah, I will say
It
like
has sprinkler booyah bomb.
yeah,
Sprinkler
sprinkler are
booyah
not
bomb
good, but
is
booyah bomb is I think very
yeah,
deserving
that's
for
that's
this
the only
weapon.
thing that this thing is a paint bot. Its only real use is farm and booyah bomb, which you can really only do in zones, and that's
Yeah.
about it. But get do not put it in B. It's going in C. It is not good enough to be in B. It's definitely a C tier weapon.
Yeah, I'd say C. Wait, where did I put the arrow? Okay, yeah, it's right there. All right, so we got the forged splatter shot, and
Forge Pro.
I know the kit for this one. It's suction bomb and booyah bomb.
Yeah.
Which
Forge
do you think this? Do
suffers
you?
from the same. It's definitely still C. It's a splatter shot pro, so it can't paint. Bad ink
Yeah,
efficiency. Um,
very bad. It's
Pretty
literally
much outclassed. If you need a booyah bomb, you play machine. Uh, yeah, that's about it. It's even outclassed by Squeezer. So if you want a long range shooter for like mid range play, you would pick Squeezer. But yeah, just put in like C. It's not in a good spot right now. To be honest.
yeah. I would. It's just like a slightly better. Actually, no. I'd say it's not as good as this strictly because wait. Okay, now I'm kind of conflicted. I want your opinion. What's better, the splatter
The
shot,
vanilla or the forge.
even with the angle
You're talking
shooter,
about the vanilla or the forge. I would say the vanilla simply because of crab tank.
even with the angle
Actually,
shooter?
I don't know. I'll be real. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
play them enough. I don't play them
yeah,
enough to know which one is better.
yeah, and that's why they're on the same tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the
Custom
custom
Junior is
splatter shot.
pretty good.
Yeah, it
This is
is.
one of the better. This is definitely like a top tier best support weapon in the game. Uh, with as it can control space with Wave Breaker. Uh, it can also locate enemies with Wave Breaker. It can locate with Torpedo. It paints really well. It has a cheap Wave Breaker. Um, This thing can rack up supports. It's a pretty good weapon. I would say like A tier.
Yeah, it's definitely deserving of A tier. It's basically a better. It's a better junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just want to say real quick, if you want a more in-depth view on the weapons, you definitely need to watch the actual competitive player, who has like the competitive knowledge of these weapons and of the game in general.
Yeah.
We're just some solo queue warriors, if we're being real.
Yep. We we're just here to make fun of every weapon that's bad and praise every weapon that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
our jobs.
Spotter.
Nova.
That Spotter Shot Nova
I think it's
is
I in my opinion
it's an
it's
okay.
in my opinion
It's
it's
really
better
good.
than
It's a
both.
good support weapon. It is a good support weapon, especially with
Yeah.
like opening gambit. Now the opening gambit got buffed, but you really only see opening gambit in solo queue.
Yeah,
But
opening gambit is broken. I think it's the most broken
um,
ability currently right now.
I mean, it's really broken if you get those assists and kills that you need. If you get like wiped out in the first 30 seconds, if you get like wiped out in the first 30 seconds, then you individually are down a main ability, and your team does not have those buffs that they
Yeah,
have. So
it's
it's
base
it's more hit or miss. It's more hit or miss.
yeah, it's basically like I'm talking about opening gambit game what? Okay, whatever.
Gambling
Shut up. This weapon
it.
I think it's better than the two other splatter shots in my opinion because this one I'm gonna
Yeah, I would say
uh
like a B.
I'm gonna be a hypocrite right here because this weapon does paint like better than the other two and that's why I think it's like better.
Its paint is probably as good as an aerospray, if not better than an aerospray. So
Yeah.
it paints really well. It's really good paint support.
Yeah, I'd say it's a yeah, B tier. It can stay there. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It could
Okay.
be.
Okay. As
Slosher
much as I want to
Deco.
go as much as I want to get to this weapon, let's talk about this one. Uh I mean a lot
This
of
thing
these
is
weapons are
okay.
just I mean a lot of these
Actually, no, the
weapons
kit sucks. Slosher Deco, the kit sucks.
what's the kit for that
It
one?
has angle shooter, zipcaster.
No.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, angle shooter,
hell
zipcaster.
no.
What the hell? Oh
Oh my
my god.
god, no
No
way.
way,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. C or D, C or D. Which one? Which one? Which one?
Yeah, like a C. It's not that bad.
Okay.
Like looking at the D tiers that we got, this thing
There
is
are
not
worse
as bad
weapons.
as that. But it's just the kit is really bad. Like
Yeah.
you can get like a combo out of angle shooter. This is the only weapon that with angle shooter that the combo actually kind of works on, but it's still pretty bad. Because Zipcaster is a pretty good special for the buckets, but because like you can just like it's kind of like Octobrush, so you can just like rain down shots on opponents, but it's still not a desirable special since Zipcaster isn't in a very good spot right now.
Yeah. All right, and then we got the Zinc Mini Splatling, and I already forgot the kit, but I do know this weapon is significantly
Toxic Miss
better than
Big
the other
Bubbler.
one. What was that?
Toxic Miss Big Bubbler.
Okay, now I'm kind of big bubbler. I'm not a big
It's
fan of.
actually it's actually it can actually play for its bubbler and it does play it pretty well.
Yeah, I think it could look past the bubbler. So I think this weapon is a B tier overall.
Yeah, it does its job pretty well. Like with it's kind of a support weapon, kind of like a midliner. Uh, like the bubble was more like to protect itself while it shoots. I definitely don't know too much about the Zinc Mini Swaddling, but it is a pretty good weapon, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent weapon, I should say.
This is
It's like
actually
a
a
B
weapon
tier,
that
but
I
pretty good.
want to try to get more used to. And
Yeah,
right now I'm trying to get some weapons to like at least 4 stars and try to get my main weapon, which is my splatter shot, to 5 stars. It's
yeah.
at 4 stars right now. So we are getting there.
Getting 5 stars is such a grind.
Yeah, it
It,
is.
I'm at for Spatana Wiper, I'm at 453,000, and for Spider Shot, I'm at 376,000. It's
I think I'm
uh
around the same level as the as you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like if I played the game a lot more, like if I focused on only two weapons instead of like giving every weapon a shot every now and then, I would definitely have like 5 stars on my mains. But
Yeah.
I don't.
Sometimes you got to put the Xenoblade down and, come chill with
I
your
would
friends.
no,
Don't.
no, I will never put Xenoblade down. No,
Does Xenoblade have online multiplayer?
Xenoblade is a one-player game, so you don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
I
any
didn't
of
think
real
so.
life. Hey
So
man,
you can't abandon your friends like that.
actually, Xenoblade Chronicles X has online multiplayer,
Holy
but
shit,
I've
I
never
was
played
wrong.
that game. But I never played that game, so it's fine.
Okay. Still a bad friend.
Wow, this is crazy. This is
I'm
insane.
kidding.
Yeah, I'm getting
I'm
called out.
I'm
I'm getting
kidding.
called out for enjoying my favorite game of all
I'm
time. This is
kidding.
crazy.
I'm kidding.
I'm leaving stream.
Yo, my favorite game is Mario Odyssey. And just imagine if someone calls me out for like liking a single multiplayer game and be like, "Wow." It's like, "Oh, you don't want to play with your friends. Oh, you think you're too good for us." And I'm like, let me tell you this. How many hours you got in Breath of the Wild?" And then they just go silent. Yeah.
Oh man,
All
Tears of the
right.
Kingdom comes out next week, bro.
Oh, next week. Oh, damn. I knew it was May. I knew it was coming out soon, but like I got to pre-order the game. By the way, I'm not going to get
I
into it
actually
too.
pre-ordered it last
What just
week.
happened? What just happened?
We
Where's
got
the
so sidetracked. We just got so sidetracked. Tier list. Rapid Deco. It's okay. It has inkjet, which just
and
got buffed, but
torpedo?
this torpedo is pretty good for a combo with the weapon. But uh, this thing doesn't paint that well, so it's not really going to be getting a lot of inkjets.
Yeah.
Um, it has its weaknesses, but I'll say like a solid B tier maybe.
Um I kind of disagree because this is actually one of my favorite weapons to use currently, and I think the kit's really good. I think the kill
The
time
kit is
can be a
the
little.
kit is really good. It's just it struggles in the current meta
Yeah.
to be like a top tier weapon.
Yeah, I
Like
think it's
if it painted better and if Crab wasn't so dominant, then this might be a pretty good weapon. But it doesn't. So
okay, yeah. I think A or B would be, because I think this is like the best range blast. No, I'm rapid blaster that we
oh,
have.
it's definitely the best weapon. It's definitely the best rapid blaster that we have right now. But I don't know about the best blaster in general.
Yeah. I'd say range blaster is the best one. You just kind of have to get used to it. I mean, you kind of have to get used to like all the blasters, but
Yeah.
I'd say A tier. Why are you silent?
I still think it's B. I still think it's B. It's not that good.
Oh, what's that?
Like
Oh, you said A tier? A tier it
no,
is.
no, absolutely not. Wow, this is insane. I can't do anything about this. This is just straight. I
Yeah, this is
can't do
my tier
anything about
list.
this.
Yeah.
This is insane.
You had your way for too long, dude.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right.
You asked me to be a guest on your stream, and I can't have any say in it. This is insane. This is actually insane.
You did.
Okay, just fuck my opinion, right?
Dude, says
Uh,
you wanted your sloshing machine at S tier. And
what?
guess where it's at?
I wanted my slosh. It's a fact. It's one of the best weapons in the game.
Right, you got your way. That's what I'm
This is
talking about.
insane.
Oh
And
shoot,
this
I
is
just pushed him.
actually insane.
Yeah, life is insane. All right, next weapon.
This
Charger.
is insane.
The F plus
Cyclofin.
the Z plus
It's
F. I
the
really like
Cyclofin
this weapon.
charger is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
It
actually really
has
good.
ink strike. It has ink strike and wall.
Flash
Wall on a
roll.
charger is always really good.
Yes.
The ink strike, control in space, displacement, all of that. It's pretty good. I would say like a solid A tier.
Yes, A tier definitely. And I would
Yeah.
go as far as to say that the scope also is A tier.
Yes, they're the
Yes.
same thing. Really.
They're the same thing. So, oh my god, I'm so tired of scrolling up just to put a weapon higher. All right,
What are we on now?
we're on the roller, the crack on roller.
This one.
Yeah,
This one's okay. It's like a B tier. It it can't really. It has to have a lot of paint support for it to really work because it has beacon and Kraken, but it can't really play for its Kraken because it can't paint very well.
yeah.
Um,
What's
yeah, I was like a solid.
cracking?
Yo, what's cracking?
What's cracking? What's cracking? Oh, what's cracking? I'm sorry. I got really excited.
Man, I wonder what his favorite special is in the game. I wonder what.
It's cracking.
Um, feel like a solid B tier, maybe.
Yeah,
Kraken isn't an Kraken's pretty good in solo queue, but in like a coordinated team, it's okay. Uh,
B tier.
hmm,
What was
yeah,
that?
it could be.
Wait, wait, hold on. What was that deep voice you just did?
What?
I just heard something I just heard something in the mic go. "Rrrr." I was like, hold on, stop everything. What was
Bro, is
that?
there there a Minecraft zombie at your door or something?
Is that your door? Because I heard it through
It might have
you.
been. It might have been my chair. It might have been my chair.
I've never
Um,
heard a chair do that.
I don't know.
Not even through a like voice chat.
But
That chair is
what
sentient, by
weapon
the
are we
way.
on now?
That chair is alive,
96 Deco.
and it's
It's a
in
pretty good
pain.
weapon. Uh,
Okay, you know
moving
what I'm gonna
on.
say.
Moving on.
You know what
96
I'm gonna say
Deco.
about this weapon.
Really good weapon. It's a really good. It's not before you say anything. It's not S tier. It is not S tier. It still has the same flaws as a vanilla 96. It's just that it has a really good kit. Like Splash Wall for the gals are the best sub that it can possibly have. And Kraken,
What's
like I
cracking?
said, it's pretty good in solo queue, but in a team, it's not that good, but it's still good enough to be able to fit into most competitive teams. It's like
Yeah,
an A tier, maybe.
Yeah, A tier is definitely good. And I already said what I needed to say about this weapon. I'll say it again.
I
What's
sure
cracking?
did. I sure did. You sure did.
Yeah. Man, I love that video so much when I stood up this weapon.
Yo, what's cracking?
It's like when I came up with that video, I already thought of the idea of like before I started recording, and then I didn't realize how funny it was. How it's such a stupid joke, but it goes so well. And then we got the jet squealer, the I guess upgraded
The
one.
jet squealer, the jet
If
squealer,
they
my
would
favorite
want you to
weapon.
think, you said your favorite weapon.
The jet squealer. You said jet squealer, bro. It was funny. Um, but the jet sculpture, custom jet sculpture,
Oh
it's
my god.
pretty. I really don't know. It is a pretty good weapon at controlling area. It has high range, has pretty good paint.
Yeah.
Um, a very good paint, I should say. Uh, it can like shut down some areas just by shooting at it. It can throw a toxic mist.
Oh yeah, it's a very
It
scary
can,
weapon to deal with.
yeah. The rain helps with displacement. I also like a solid maybe A, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
really know.
I'd
It
say
does seem it's a pretty good weapon on paper, but on with in execution, I don't know
I'd say
if that
like
makes sense. You know?
I'd say like A or B is really good because like this weapon is like you know like this weapon is like very good at scaring away enemies. So like you have no choice but to like either retreat or try to sneak up on them and kill them. But like
Yeah,
since like you have the high ground, you the people that main this weapon like might just see where like you're about to go, and they'll like either like have another teammate come get you, or they'll just try to wait till you get a little like below ground, and like like get their good distance, and then splat you from there,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah. But it
Okay,
is
yeah,
a pretty good weapon. I just don't know exactly where it would be.
I'd say A tier.
Yeah, I would say yeah, maybe.
All right, we only have one, two, three, four, five weapons left.
Thank God.
Woo!
Neo Splash is pretty much the exact same weapon as T Tech, so it can just go into A tier.
A tier. Okay,
Yeah, A. Yeah, A.
I might. Okay, I might. Okay, if you say that, then it's actually a worthy contender for S.
No, it's not that good. It's definitely more support weapon because it's not that good at fighting like Vanilla Splash is. Even though it's the same main weapon, but the kit doesn't exactly work to be aggressive. You know,
Yeah,
it's definitely more of a paint supporter and throwing shot strikes. You know,
I. Okay, I kind of see what you're saying. Like,
plus it doesn't have a burst bomb to make up for any for its short range. It has suction bomb.
okay, okay. Oh, you said that suction. I thought like it had splat bomb because you said the same kit
No,
as the
no, I didn't say that. Like, I didn't mean like the same exact kit or anything. I'm saying it feels the same role as the T Tech.
Oh, okay, well, okay, yeah, we could just put this at A.
Yeah,
There we go. All right, we have the red
NZAP
the red end zap. Yeah,
NZAP 89. I said like I don't really know. I do know that it's a very support weapon.
yeah.
It
It
does.
has
It's
auto
it plays
bombs
support really
and
well. Auto bomb, super chunk.
Okay, uh, okay. So like, as much as I didn't like super chump, I mean like it can be like a good weapon to like scare off opponents because like obviously it's not good at splatting people. Um, but
It's
like
definitely it's
it's like
Super
a
Chump is like it's a hybrid of a display. It's acts like a displacement special, like a distraction displacement special because um it can not only like force opponents to move because they won't know if it's a real jump or a super jump, but also it can help as cover for like your frontline weapons. So like you can, let's say you're playing splat zones, you can send the chumps into the splat zone, and then your frontliner can go into the zone and start fighting. And the chumps can provide cover because they can take damage for you,
yeah.
and also it can hide actual super jumps. Like you can have
Oh
a
yeah.
slayer or like a midline. You have like a slayer or a midline in the like near the objective, and then you can uh jump towards the actual player, and then another player can jump in and start fighting with the slayer or midline that you have set up. So it's really good for cover. It's a really good support weapon. I think it might be the best support weapon in the game. So I would say more maybe like a A tier.
A tier. Okay, with that description,
Yeah.
I can't argue. So A
Can
tier. All right, three
you
weapons
tell I play this
left.
game a lot? Neo
Yeah,
Sploosh
with your freaking
is
500 hours of gameplay. Yes,
545 to be exact.
whatever.
A 525, my bad.
Oh my god. Okay.
Um Neo Sploosh, I don't really know. The kit isn't that bad. Uh, the killer whale doesn't make up for its lack of range. Uh, it can't poke because it has beacons. I feel like a C tier because it isn't that good. As I'm talking and I'm listening to myself talk about it, it doesn't seem very good.
Yeah, I'd say killer whale seems a little weird for this weapon because
I'm just
like
glad I didn't get missiles. I'm just glad I didn't get missiles
I mean
again.
if you're like
They could have gave a super chomp because the
yeah
sploosh is a pretty good paint weapon, and they did give Neo Clash Blaster and Nzap 89, which both have missiles in two. They gave those chomp, so they could have given this thing super chomp, and I think that would have made it a better weapon. But then
yeah
it would just be spamming chumps. But
yeah
I
and
do think
I
super chomp would have been a better special. So C tier.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're like this short range, then you should not worry about what's long range until like unless you're getting targeted by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then
L3 Nozzle Nose D.
D.
Um,
I think
I would say
all
like
of them deserve D in my opinion.
this one's actually not that bad. It's like a maybe like a B tier maybe.
A
The
B?
burst bomb
What?
helps. The burst, yeah, the burst bomb is a pretty good sub weapon for it because uh one thing about the L3, no the L3 compared to the H3 is that if you jump, then you don't have a perfect accuracy like L3. So the burst bomb allows it. It doesn't matter what damage you do with the burst bomb, it will always combo. So as long as you hit two out of your three shots, then you will get a kill. Ultra Slam probably isn't the best special for it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the most strengths it has is that it has an easy burst combo. It has good paint. Um, yeah, that's really it. So like a B tier, maybe like a low C, but no, like a
I
high
I'd
C, low
say
B,
I'd say C.
high C, low B.
Yeah,
You just hate these weapons, bro. You just hate these weapons. That's the only reason you're saying that.
I do. I really do.
They're not that bad.
I just don't I don't see the purpose in the nozzle nose. All right, all right, all right. Let's get to this
Tri
weapon.
Slasher Nouveau A tier.
Yes, A tier.
A tier
Actually,
weapon. It's
actually,
pretty good.
it
It's one of
might.
the most aggressive weapons in the game.
Oh yes, I was
Uh,
literally playing this today. I had so much fun.
it's very fun. It's very aggressive. It has tacticooler, but
Yes,
with this
and fizzy
tacticooler, instead
bomb.
of like sharing it, yeah, a fizzy bomb too. Instead of sharing the tacticooler with the team, this thing kind of uses it more selfishly for itself, so they can play even more aggressive and not have to worry about like being punished. Like things known as like the feeder bucket because you feed with it. Like it's really
Yeah,
aggressive. Yeah, and it has a good matchup on Splash and Crab because Tri-Sloshers are pretty good at dealing with Crab Tank. Not Crab Tank. Just buckets in general are good with dealing with Crab Tank because they can hit
yeah,
the
yeah.
um over the crab user,
They
and
hit over the crab tank,
and they have a pretty fast fire rate, especially Tri Slosher. Plus, Tri Slosher is good at dealing with short range shooters like Splash-O-Matic, so that's a plus.
yeah.
I would say like a A tier, like solid A tier.
It could probably compete with S tier actually.
I don't know about S tier because it's pretty outclassed by Slosher Machine. It's like with Slosher Machine, I do think Slosher Machine is definitely better than this thing than Tri Nouveau. Um, although like you can fit Tri Nouveau into a comp with Slosher Machine, right? You're most likely gonna find like if you're gonna have a bucket on your team, you're gonna have Slosher Machine.
Oh
But
yeah.
like yeah. Okay. And that's the list, right? I do want to
Wait.
say,
Hold on,
I
hold on.
think,
You're kind of glitching up a little bit. Like you're starting to sound
oh
like a
man.
robot.
All right, hold on.
Guys, I think he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it good now?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So
Yeah,
before we finish,
that's every single one.
I think ballpoint should go into S tier because it's pretty good right now.
Okay.
Jack
Okay,
got buff.
that's kind of some high
Pretty
stakes
good
with
main
you
weapon.
because like I said with
Listen,
this thing,
listen, listen. You really wouldn't trust my opinion?
I'm not saying I don't trust you. I'm
Come
saying if you're
on,
wrong,
man.
we're going to stop being friends.
Let's just say
So,
hypothetically, I stopped being
so
your friend.
like if I put this on S, you're in like higher stake right now.
Hey, hey, man. Let's not go. Let's not get too extreme now.
I'm just saying. I mean, I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. You should do
Fine. You've been warned.
it.
I might lose a friend. Um okay, so like
Wow.
what other what other weapons should we
Um,
I think the Tetradulies deserve in S. Yeah, I think yeah, they are the
I
best
kind of
dualies in
see
the
it.
game.
I kind of see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Only thing holding it back is Reef Slider, but other
yeah,
than that, it's a pretty good weapon.
that's the only thing.
Hydra should go into A, as I
Hydra.
told you like an hour ago. Not Hydra, heavy spiraling.
Well, I don't remember things an hour ago, so
No, I'm reminding you now that it should go into A.
okay, that was so disrespectful that I have to applaud you. Fine. All right, and then one more thing. I think since this is our opinion, wink wink, uh
Wink,
we
wink,
should
nudge, nudge.
put our mains.
No,
Why not?
no, I don't know about that one.
Why not?
Although I would put Wiper in S tier, but it just has a lot of
Wow.
fluff. No, listen, listen. I would, if we like, I would, but it still has its flaws of Ultra Stamp, it being a pretty short range weapon. Uh, it has its flaws.
Okay. Well, is there anything you want to change? We want to change. Anything else on the list?
Um, Actually, make a new tier at the bottom. We're gonna put the bottom five weapons in the game.
Bottom five? Uh,
Yeah. Make a
okay.
new tier. Make a new tier.
Uh, we're gonna make
Bottom five.
we're gonna do a very dark brown. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I
Now,
accidentally created two.
oh my god. No, you edited D tier and made it bottom five. You
Hold
edit
on.
you had no, what you did was
Yeah,
you
yeah.
edited D tier to be the wrong color and you called it bottom five.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna just change this to like a messy. I don't know how I had it. I don't know what the color was before.
It was green.
Okay, yeah. And then we'll just
Now the
call
new
this
tier
one
is bottom.
bottom five.
Yeah.
I haven't been on this website since my tier list where I rank all the
The
Kanto Pokemon.
151 Pokemon.
Yeah. You watched that, right?
Yeah, I did. I I watched it when he first uploaded it. I don't remember
True
everything
fan.
about it. Yes.
All right, so bottom five. So
Uh,
what's going down
uh,
here?
the very bottom would be
I'll start.
put undercover, 100% undercover.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely big shit roller down there. Undercover, put it down there.
Okay, which one?
Uh, L
Which one of these?
L3 nozzle. Oh, Neo, the Neo one. H3 nozzle nose,
Which one is that one? This one?
the one to the left, that one,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
Snipe Rider,
Sniper. Oh. Oh no 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 no.
and that's the
Okay.
list. And
Yep,
that's the
that's the
list.
list. All right. All right.
List.
Hold on, let me
This is the
save and download this.
definitive, objectively correct Splatoon 3 tier list,
Yep, this is
weapon tier
the
list.
objectively correct, opinionated um Splatoon list, and everyone is wrong except us.
Exactly.
Okay,
We
notice.
are the best players in the world, by the way.
Yeah, number one Tentec player and number one Wiper player. You're
Exactly.
talking. You're talking to them right now. Actually, no, you're not talking. You're watching. Um, yeah, but this is our actual tier list, and before we close it out, I want to thank Keith for joining me today, and he has a YouTube channel himself, Black
Yo,
Mage.
big man.
I'll link it in the description.
Yes.
Go check him out. He's
Hell
uh
yeah.
quick description on what he does. He basically uploads like VODs of him playing Splatoon, and he's
Yeah.
actually really good. So if you want like gameplay on different weapons or like just him
Yeah.
murdering
I like
kids.
to I like to play I like to play a lot of weapons, and I'm diving into competitive play. So I'll be uploading content a- around that soon. I just have to, find a team first. So yeah. And I hope you'll stop by.
All right. Yep. And
Oh, and thank you for having me as a guest on the stream. I really do appreciate it, man.
yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. All right, so that's our definitive tier list. Keith, I want to thank you again for joining me. It's actually been pretty fun.
Big team.
Yeah, and I hope we get to do another collab in the future, and we're definitely gonna play some Splatoon maybe tomorrow. And
Yeah.
I will see you later.
All right. See you later, man.
All right, see
Peace.
ya. Peace. All right, guys. Well, that's the stream for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys enjoyed me and Keith. Um, Once again, this is going to be on YouTube, and also for this tier list, this is our opinion, and a lot of these are going to be wrong. So, take it easy on us for, the real out of pocket fans of Splatoon. But anyway, I'm going to end stream now. Um, for the people who do watch, thank you guys for watching. Whether you're watching on Twitch, whether you're watching on my VOD channel, my second channel, aka, or my main channel, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been really fun doing this with you guys, and I will see you